joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your isn't right. Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimping and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike you out. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. See, that's the difference nigga. The pimpin' mashin' for these riches nigga. Nothing like you master magician niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about when running my earned route. And working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch. That's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless. Empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me, I'm like this. My life is vice grip, synced in permanent ink. You can't rewrite this. My blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. Come on pimpin' man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. Dig. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, poppin' pimpin' nigga. Can't stop, won't stop, smashing on these bitches nigga. One of them joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your isn't right. Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimping and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, this that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for Here we go.
But getting back to this game that I never left.
You dig. Right back at it. Here we go. Y'all already know what to do, man. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Hit that like button. That thing that look like that right there, you dig? I think we're gonna have a little fun tonight, man. I think tonight gonna be fun. Oh wait, hold up. Hold up. Okay. Let's get it cracking. Tyler, as always, good looking with the $2 holler. Hit the like button. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, man. Okay, so let me do something real quick to see what y'all feel like y'all might be up to. Let's see now. How do I do that? Wait. Damn, I'm trying to remember how you do a poll on here. Because I want to take a poll real quick. Wait, hold on. I know I can ask a question, but it's like for this goal shit. I don't want to do no goal shit. I'll just make the goal one. That's cool. Okay. Damn. It ain't letting me do a poll though. I want to do a poll. I want to take a poll. Let's see. Mr. Gotham said the thumbnail fly too, man. Appreciate you on the love for the thumbnail, man. You know, that was me back in the days. You know what I mean? That was that young freeze, you know. I was damn, why won't let me do a poll? Let me see if the browser on here will let me do it. Give me just a second. Hold on, because it might let me do it on here. I think it will. Okay, yeah. Okay, so. Wait. Okay, so that's the question right now. You know what I mean? Because I got a idea that I want to try, but of course, in order for it to work, you know, I need y'all's participation. The YouTube family and Instagram family, y'all just get to watch. But YouTube family, do y'all want to roast each other? But let me tell you how it's gonna go though, right? This is the idea that I have in my head. The idea is let's say two of y'all agree that y'all want to roast, right? What you have to do is you have to share your Instagram profile. You got to have some pictures of yourself on there, and it has to be public, right? And then each of you who's gonna roast each other is gonna do this, and then I'm gonna let y'all up one at a time, and y'all just, I'm gonna give y'all probably like 2 minutes to let you roast each other. You know what I mean? I'll bring one up, put the Instagram page up there, and then let them go to work, and then switch it around. You dig? Now let's see who got the nerve for it. You dig? I think the shit'll be funny as hell if we get the right people on here. We gonna see though. And then we gonna vote at the end. And I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna take it from there. We gonna see how this shit go. But I'm curious to see who want to roast, man. You know? Okay, hold on. Oh shit. Y'all act like y'all got some guts. Like y'all trying to get up here and roast. Okay. 63% say yeah. 39%, 61% say yeah now. 39 say no. Okay. How many votes is it so far? Let me see. Wait, how many votes? Okay, 30 votes. And out of 30 votes, now 31 votes, 65% of y'all say yeah. So that's more than 15 people this with it, right? That's almost 20 people so far this with the roasting. You dig? Look like it might be passing 20 people now. So this is what we gonna do, man. Put a thumbs up in the chat, man, if you willing to participate. Or matter of fact, just put a hand up if you with the shenanigans tonight, man. Put your hand in the air like you just don't care, man. Let's see who's with the shenanigans tonight, man. And I'm going to just stand back. I ain't going to get involved. I'm going to just be the host, you dig? Unless somebody want to go there with me, we could do it. But if I do participate, I'll do it towards the end. You know what I mean? Okay. Anita J want to participate. Okay, who else is with it, man? Okay, JDS Network. Okay. Timothy, Marcel. Okay, y'all. See, this is why I fucks with y'all, man. Y'all ain't scared, man. Okay, so let's see. We just gonna go in order, right? So first, let me do this. Let me do I'm gonna do a quick test real quick. How can I do that? Let me see. I'm gonna do a quick test real quick. Give me just a second just to make sure everything is on the up and up. You dig? Did I got all my technical things in order? I'm gonna just do a test run with myself real quick. Hold on. And y'all already know, man, if you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's another thing too. I forgot to tell y'all. You have to have the Safari browser on your phone. If you don't have the Safari browser on your phone, then you ain't gonna be able to participate. I forgot to tell y'all that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Bam. So we see that that works. Okay, now wait. Okay, now let's see. Let me see who at the end of the day, who wants to smoke? Okay, Anita J. So let me start it again so that we clear. If you willing to participate and you heard the breakdown of how things is gonna go, and you have the Safari browser on your phone, basically if you have an iPhone, go ahead and raise your hand, give a thumbs up or something, let it be known that you want to smoke. You dig? We gonna see how this shit go. Let's get it popping. Yeah, let's get it popping, man. Let's see. And raise your hand. Oh, Ron said y'all ain't ready for him. You could jump in, Ron, but like I said, the thing is you gotta share your Instagram profile, and got your Instagram gotta be public. So if you got a private Instagram, you ain't gonna be able to participate. Yeah, you gotta have that's the thing, that's the catch. And I don't think you could download Safari on Androids. I don't think you could download Safari on Androids, but you could try and see. But you gotta have a Safari browser though. Got to have Safari on your phone. Damn, it's a lot of y'all with Androids like me. Even though this, I got my iPhone right here, but it's a lot of Android people in the house. Oh, okay. Ron said he want to smoke. He gonna make his shit public. Hold on. Okay, who else want to smoke, man? Who else gonna join in, man? Damn. Anita J, I wanted you to jump in too, because you was talking like you was ready. Man. Man, who else is with it, man? Who else got the nerve, man? Who else is with the shenanigans, man? And then IG people, if y'all want to get involved, man, you just got to come on over to YouTube, man, and jump on in the ring, man. Thanks for the knowledge. That song Teaspoonful of Game, slap. Chopped and true. Appreciate you. Okay, let's see, man. Pearl, you said Freeze versus Ron. Nah, that ain't gonna be no fun. I really would prefer it be people who don't know each other too well. You know what I mean? That's why I say I don't really want to be involved. Ron with it, and Ron got an iPhone. Who else got an iPhone or Safari on their phone? This with it, man. If y'all ain't with it, man, then we just gonna have to do a regular, I'll let y'all join and ask questions. But if you ain't equipped for the roasting, Carlos Enriquez said, "Fucking Android users just roasted the chat." Okay, in the meantime, we gonna hold that thought. But if you want to join the chat or join the stream and ask questions or chop game or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna give you the opportunity now. Only thing I ask is that you don't be too long-winded so that other people have the opportunity to jump on. You dig? And, you know, in the meantime, while some of y'all get it together, we'll do that. Here we go. So that's the link right there. If you want to join the stream, go ahead and hit that link. Of course, like I said, you got to have Safari on your phone, so really you got to have an iPhone. But iPhone users, if y'all want to join the stream, go ahead and click on that link right there. And I'll go ahead and buzz you in. You dig? Exposing the truth, say too many stipulations just to get it to work. Yeah, but you know, I thought most people had iPhones, man. To be real with you. I thought us Android people was like the minority, even though I have an iPhone. I'm not really an iPhone person, but I do have an iPhone, as you can see. But I'm not really an iPhone person. But I thought most people nowadays was iPhone people. I didn't know Androids was still, you know, really popping like that. You dig? Even though Androids got the best cameras, as you can see, and this stream ain't even serving justice to how good the camera is, man. The camera is really dope. Okay, here go Ron. We gonna add Ron. That's a good join. Here we go. Oh, what happened? I don't know what happened, Ron. Go ahead and call back. I don't know if I did something wrong or something. Go ahead and call back, man. Yeah, Cali Kid. I know you said like if you use StreamYard, it doesn't matter what device they have. Yeah, but see, I like this app that I use to stream with, which is Ecamm Live. I just like this app, man. It's a little more user friendly. It's smoother to use. I just like this app. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to use. I think the quality of everything is better on this app. Oh shit! I forgot to pin the comment. Hold on. Let me pin that so y'all can see it. Okay, there go Ron. Oh shit. Oh damn, hold on. We got Uncle Zell in the building. Hold on, wait. Gotta make sure we can hear you. Okay. What's up with it, man?
What's the deal?
Okay, so it looked like you and Ron about to be with the shenanigans, man. So let's go ahead and pull Ron's IG up. Hold on.
See what this nigga look like, man.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Hold up. Give me just a second to pull him up one time. Okay. All right, here we go, man. Hold on. Okay. Zell, you there?
Yep, I'm
What's
here.
happening, man? Here you go.
Hey, and good. I do music too. Follow me on IG at Uncle Zell for the music. Hard beats.
For sure, man. It's your time to roast, man. I thought you was coming on here to roast, man. What's happening?
It's up. I'm trying to see. Let me see what this nigga man. Where bro at?
He right there.
Let me see
That's
where.
him.
I can't even see it. Let me see. Hold
Oh, man, he fell off, man. Damn, I thought we was finna get it in, man. He done fell off, man. Come on, man. Okay, here he go. Here he go. Okay, man, are you ready?
Hell yeah, I can't see nothing though.
You can't even see me?
I can see you, but I can't see bro page.
Okay, how about now?
Nope. It's just the E cam.
Okay, hold on.
Let me see. I'm trying to cook this nigga, man.
How about now? You still can't see him?
Nah, I can't see nothing.
Man, that's crazy. I don't know. I think your phone having technical difficulties. You keep kicking off. Hold on, man. We just gonna do it like this. We
Yeah,
gonna.
no, on my end, all I see is the live stream. I see my face and I see you.
What about when I switch the screen? You
Nope,
didn't see nothing like now. Hold on. You can't see nothing right now.
nope. And I tried to leave off and go on IG so I could look up, but it kicked me off the live, I think.
Hold on. We gonna do it like this. Hold on. We gonna figure this shit out, man. Hold on. Give me just a second, man.
Yeah, man, I'm waiting
You
to
know,
fly
this is
nigga up, man.
this a new
Get back.
idea, so I'm just figuring this shit out on the whim, man. But hold on, we gonna figure this shit out though. We gonna see who got the jokes, and then after that, Ron gonna pull you up and get on your top. You know what I mean?
Oh man, shit.
Hold
See what
on.
this nigga look like, man. This nigga named Ron Ambassador, man.
Yeah.
All
They
right, let me
already
see,
starting to
man.
go in on him in the chat. Y'all crazy. Hold on. Hold y'all horses, man. And then don't just get to it in the chat and you ain't ready to join the stream, man. You know? You gotta have the nerve for the stream too. Yeah. But hold on, give me just a second, man. I don't have Instagram on this phone, so I gotta download IG. We gonna improvise. Oh, they getting on your top in the chat too.
I can't see that bitch right now. Fuck it. Hey, whoever wants to smoke, fuck it. I'm with all that shit.
They said you look like Ab-Soul.
Abs- Yeah, it's funny
Oh man. The chat, boy, they
I wish
brutal.
I could see. I wish I could see a nigga right now and cook him. Nigga
Hold
get some
on.
talking.
Damn. Hold on. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, now hold on. We're gonna have to do it like this.
Man, this old Fake fur wearing ass nigga, man. Oh, wanna be a pastor ass, shoes ass nigga. Man, that bitch look about phony as hell, man. Man, this nigga look like he happy born again Christian, nigga. What's wrong with Doggy? I can't really see this nigga, but all I got to say is that fur look fluked in a bitch. That motherfucker do not fit, even fit bro right. That bitch ain't even his low key. That's somebody else. That's that nigga uncle. That's that nigga Uncle Fur he got on right now. That bitch too big, eh? You feel me? Pants, you feel me? Looking a little skinny on you, gang, you know, but the background decent. You in your mama basement at the bar. You feel me? Your mama basement got a bar in it. And that coat too motherfucking big, man. You know? That's really all I can say about bro right now. Uh, man,
All
make sure you
right,
get your
man.
pants a little bit too big. Them bitches look a little tight.
All right, so now, hey, listen. So now we about to add Ron, and you gonna have to shoot your IG, man. Put your IG in the
All
chat,
right, bet. All
and we
right,
gonna
bet.
add Ron. But that was cool though. And then we gonna take it. We gonna do a poll at the end, see who won. You did.
Bet. I'm about to drop it in there right now.
All right, for sure. Damn, man, I'm mad that I can't split the screen the way I want to. I thought it would do that, but and I know it's a way to do it. I just got to figure that shit out. Ron said this nigga can't see. Come on, Ron, it's on you. They going in on the chat. They roasting both of y'all. Come on, Ron, where you at with it, man? Okay. What's up with it, man?
What's
I'm
happening?
waiting.
What's
I'm
happening?
waiting
What's
on.
happening?
I'm waiting on him to
Freeze,
drop the IG right now. So
freeze.
we.
Why did you let a blind man hop on a live, freeze? You let, you know what I'm saying? You let a knockoff version of Easy E hop on this live and try to run. Hey, a question I have for him: does he know the difference between a chopping versus a roast? I'm gonna educate him before I chop him up. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Some people get cut. Some people get cut and they bleed out. Some people get cut and iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? You let a nigga that can't even see try to roast. I wanted to tell him, take off them glasses. You know what I'm saying? Take off the glasses. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You got him high as a kite trying to
Man,
talk about my
he
coat.
show hesitating with dropping that IG though. I know that.
Oh
Uncle
yeah,
Zell,
nah,
man, where you
he
at
don't
with
got nothing for me, freeze. I might even get one. I might even call somebody that got a consultation for me to roast him. That wasn't good enough, freeze.
it?
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. He the type to get DP. If he ever desired to be in this lifestyle, didn't he hop on here and say he's a software engineer for music or some shit like that?
Yeah, he said he do music. Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. Look, roasting is not his thing, man. He need to step to music. If anything,
Okay.
I would have been like, let's not even talk about roasting. Let me hear some of your beats. You know, the people in the comment section didn't even take his roasting serious. Let's just hear some beats. We might take you serious as an engineer, but roasting is not your
Hold
thing.
on. I think we got some beats. Hold on.
Oh, he got some beats?
We'll let you be the judge, man. Hold on.
Let me hear some beats at this point. You know what I'm saying? He don't got nothing for no ambassador Ron. Nigga got up there talking about coats. Nigga couldn't even afford a fake coat. Okay.
can roast him on the beach, P. He sound kind of smooth.
And the beat, no, I was right. I was right. I said maybe he's good at beats.
Okay, hold on.
He and, and that beat was actually smooth. So that's what we want to hear. When he got up there, he should have said, "Man, this is my name." You know what I'm saying? This is my name. This is where I'm from. I make beats. This is
Okay,
where you can reach
that's it
me.
right there.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You went in your little brother's closet and stole his shirt. You know what I'm saying? You got a bunny hat. You let a nigga with a Playboy bunny hat try to roast Ambassador Ron. You know what I'm saying? This nigga still dressing like a teenager. He talk about tight jeans. Hey, man, you know, a grown man's outfit is a suit and tie. That's looking very childish. At the end of the day, he make beats. You know what I'm saying? I know that he's young at the end of the day. And I want to know how old he is at the end of the day. Because that's some shit I would have wore maybe in 2012 or 11. Is he throwing up gang signs? See, when we talk about this game, man, we're not talking about the gang. There's a big difference between talking about game versus the gang. I think, what is he throwing up? Can you zoom in a little bit closer? What the hell? What is he throwing up? Is that the deuces? Is he trying to represent the lifestyle? Look, let me see a better picture because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Come on, man. I don't know if you gang banging. See, when you look at my profile pictures, it doesn't give off skateboarder. It doesn't give off, you know what I mean, a basement producer. It doesn't give off, you know what I'm saying, teenager, high school. Okay, suited and booted. That's what I like to see, man. That's what I like to see. You know, he's going to prom. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to see. You know what I'm saying? He got some prom pictures and stuff like that. Still not fucking with Ambassador Ron though. And when he throw up the two fingers, that's confusing at the end of the day. We don't know if you pushing peace or you pushing pimping. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what you pushing, but what you need to push is making those beats. He needs to continue to make beats. You know what I mean? In regards to the lifestyle and trying to be a part of the lifestyle, don't throw up the two fingers. I don't want you confusing any young lady. But that's very sharp. He looks sharp. He's ready for prom. Hey, when he knock on the door, you know what I'm saying? And he try to solicit whatever he's trying to solicit, you know what I'm saying? See, he looks presentable. You know what I'm saying? When he's at the door, hey, you know, at the end of the day, I got these pamphlets. You know, I want to fix you guys' TV or I want to fix you guys' you know what I'm saying? Whatever he want to fix, that's the proper attire. You know what I mean? It doesn't give off pimping. I wouldn't say he's no pimping. You know what I'm saying? But he does. That's a good attire. I like that. I can say that in a roasting that he's dressed up to par. You know what I mean? He's dressed up for the job interview because I know at the end of the day, the engineer job that he do with the beats and shit. I know he's not getting paid for that, but you know, on his way to an interview, food co. You know what I'm saying? Computer technician, like I said before, Google. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's dressed for the right attire for a job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we gonna go on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? I
Well, we
wonder.
going
I wonder what them. I still want to know what them two fingers mean.
well, we gonna keep it fair because he only got on one of your flicks. You know what I mean? We
Okay,
gonna keep
okay,
it
he did,
fair.
he did. He only got on one of my flicks, but I hope he's not going. I hope he doesn't desire to try to be a pimp because them hoes would DP him immediately. Don't go to Fig. It's gonna be the first time in history where a nigga is getting DP'd. A so-called pimp is getting DP'd. Your pimp card is revoked. You know what I'm saying? The bitch is giving you disciplinary action. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely don't want him to be in a lifestyle of pimping and hoeing. We don't condone or promote any criminal activities whatsoever. You know what I mean? Because I don't want him to do no square shit on the under. You know what I'm saying? It just gives off, you know, he's already hiding his glasses. If he desired to be in this lifestyle, I don't want him to sit up there and trick and say he gave a hoe a jug. I just gave her a hoe jug. You know what I'm saying? That's all I desired to do. I just gave the bitch a hoe jug. So, nah, you know what I'm saying? Throwing up the two fingers, man. Hopefully that's just strictly peace. But dressing like a teenager, brother, look, I got some videos I want to send you where you can have 5 suits, where you should have 5 suits. You know what I'm saying? But dressing like a damn teenager, that don't got nothing to do with this game, man. Nothing. You know, Freeze always talks about dressing up and dressing eloquently and having class and stuff like that. Dressing like that, come on, man, ridiculous. He can do better than that.
My turn. I thought we getting another pick in. That was a good one though. That was a good one though. What bro said about the TVs though. That was kind of funny though.
Oh, right on, brother. Right on, man. Right on, man. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
can't even see the comment section.
me either. But I need to see another pic of your burnt out ass, man. You feel
Look,
me?
brother, if you showed a bitch a picture of me, don't be surprised she inboxed me on the under. You know what I'm saying?
So
Don't
my
be
nigga
surprised she
Ryan,
Oh yeah, that's a fly young man right there.
I fuck with the
Ain't much
suit.
you can. Yeah.
I fuck with the suit, man. But you still ain't fucking with me. That's just how I feel, bro. You look sharp. You know, I ain't never been no hater. I ain't gonna hate on you. But you still ain't
I
fucking with me.
appreciate
I
it.
tell you that. Still ain't fucking with me. But yeah, man, you look
Nah,
sharp,
thank you.
dog. Can't really say
I
shit to you. Can't
appreciate
really
that,
say shit to
man.
you. I ain't gonna lie, you got it, man. You still a old ugly ass Mr. Potato Head looking ass nigga though, in my eyes though, from what it looked like based off of this pic. But the suit right there, that bitch sharp, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Right on, man. Look, you were going right until you made a left. You know what I'm saying? You were saying the right thing. I look sharp. You should have stayed on the positive trajectory because it's not for you to judge on if I'm ugly or not. You know what I'm
Nah, nah,
saying?
nah. I
That's
ain't
what the
saying
three.
you ugly,
But
bro.
hold on. That's what the 304s do. The 304s at the end of the day, they get a picture. Let me see what he look like. If I want to, I mean, he cool, Mister. But like when you make jokes, it has to come with some masculinity. You know what I'm saying? You can't pick up with the 304s dropped off and think that at the end of the day you can take that into this roasting. You know what I'm saying? When you roast, let me give you a lesson. When you roast, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to compliment. I see that you already learning from me already. I just sat up there and you know what I mean, complimented you. So since you really don't want the smoke, you had to compliment me right back, and I appreciate that, man. Look, like, share, subscribe on Ambassador Ron's YouTube channel. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a video on how to dress in a suit. You know what I'm saying? Like your prom picture, that's cool. The prom picture was fly. Trying to be the Black Willy Wonka or sell bean pies, that's what's up. But at the end of the day, brother, what I want you to do is I want you to like, share, and subscribe to Ambassador Ron 16. That's the YouTube channel, and you can get a tutorial on how to dress, how many suits to
I,
wear, what suits to
look,
wear. But I appreciate the compliment, brother. And what I want to do too is when you get off of this, pay for a consultation. I'll teach you how to roast. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, but no, like my brother Sinful would say at the end of the day, man, no, you cannot choose. You know what I'm saying?
nah, hey, nah.
The suit do look
I don't
nice.
want to
Nah,
choose.
nah,
I
nah,
don't
nah.
want
The
to
suit
choose,
do look
gang.
clean,
I'm gonna
B.
leave that up
I
to
ain't gonna
look.
lie.
I look,
But
look.
but look,
I'm
but
gonna leave
saying
that
that
up
a
to the
man is
women to do,
ugly,
bro.
saying that a man is ugly, that's not what we do. You know what I'm saying? A grown
Nah,
ass
nah,
man
nah.
shit,
Look,
you're
I
ugly.
ain't never
You know what
called
I'm
you
saying? And
ugly,
then the
bro.
way you, and
But
then
I
you,
will
brother,
say you
brother,
got a
brother.
Mr. Potato Head, though.
No,
I
no,
will
you
say
called
that.
me ugly.
All that you
You said
saying.
with his ugly ass. And I know in the South, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes in the South, they say things like that to other men. But I'm here to break this down to you, brother, man to man. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't
Go
be calling
ahead,
another
man.
man
Look,
ugly.
all I'm gonna say is all that you saying don't distract from the fact that you still got the head
And
shape
don't
of a raw
distract from the fact
potato.
that you got
Your shit
glasses on
still
and
shaped like a raw
you're hiding
potato.
the
You
fact
feel
that you're
me? At the
high right
end of
now,
the
brother.
day, you
Take the
still got a
Taco Bell's
motherfucking wet
calling your
ass
name.
face.
The next time I
It
see
look
you in a
like somebody
suit,
could
I
put.
want to see a job
It look
application
like,
in your hand.
bro. It look like I
You
could
know what
put
I'm saying? Hey, the next time I see you in a suit, I want
It
to
look
see a
like you got
job
a wet
application in your
seal
hand.
face, nigga. It
The,
look like
the
your
only
face
reason
is.
why you
Look at
should
this
have
white
your
picture
hand
right
out is
here.
for a
What's
job
up?
application. The only
Yeah, I got
reason
some
why
jumper
you should
cables.
have
Hold
your
on,
hand
hold
out
on.
is
I'm gonna
for
help
a
you out.
job
1 second, baby.
application.
Hold on,
I don't want you to
man.
confuse
Your
none of the
wet
young
seal
ladies.
face ass,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Your baby, man. You ain't got
Getting
no hair on
DP'd
your
by the
face,
young
gang.
ladies has nothing to do
You
with the
got a
game.
face of a
You are not
13-year
Easy
old
E.
little ass
You know
boy.
what I'm saying? You're more CB4 before you're Easy E. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be,
Man,
look,
ain't nothing easy
look,
about me. It's
I
easy
get
E
it.
over here,
The
man.
struggle is real. I get it. The struggle is definitely real, man. Look,
Hey,
somebody
we
give
all
him a
done been
good.
through it
If you're
before,
not gonna
bro.
get a
But
job, if you're
at
not
least
gonna
I
get a
got
real
facial hair
paying
on my
job,
face, bro.
if you're
At
not
least
gonna
I
get
don't
a
got
real
the
paying
same
job,
face as
somebody
a
in the comment
13 year
section give him
old
a
boy,
good.
though.
Somebody please
I
give
don't
him a
got the
good.
same face as a
Please.
13-year old boy, though. You can't say I look like my face was dipped in baby oil before I left outside the motherfucking crib. Greasy face ass nigga. And you still look like Mr. Potato Head too. That don't distract the fact all that you saying. Appreciate you for the compliment. You feel me? I gave a compliment right back to you, but you still look like you got a Mr. Potato Head ass face, nigga. The shape of your shit. Nah, let me go help this little white bitch who just knocked on my window right quick.
Youngsters. All right, so now what we gonna do is this. We gonna do this. Hold on. So now y'all go ahead and vote, man. Who y'all think won that, man? Who y'all think was the victor in that situation? Was it Uncle Zell? Was it Ambassador Ron? What y'all think, man? Sylvia said ain't no winner. Tyler said I'm messy for doing this. Hey man, I was just trying to spice up the live a little bit, you know. But until I could get my setup together the way I want it to be, I think we gonna pause that. We ain't gonna do no more roasting tonight. But that was a little test run, see how shit go. You dig? But I'm curious to know who y'all think won that though. Let me see. Damn, Zell, man, you're going to have to go back to the drawing board, man. They saying Ron got you. 38 votes, 76%. Ron got with you, man. Okay, so at this point, we're going to pump the brakes on the roasting, man. We're gonna save that for another time. I just wanted to do like a little test run, see how that shit go. And that wasn't too bad. But at this point, if you have questions or you have a topic that you would like to discuss on the stream, then you can go ahead and call in and join. Hit the link that's in the pinned comment in the chat. And you also, like I said, got to have Safari on your phone in order for it to work. It's not going to work with any other kind of internet browser. You must have Safari on your phone. But if you want to call in, chop it up, or you got a nice topic to discuss or a good question, go ahead and call on in, man. Let me see something right quick. Hold up. On Instagram, Choose Wise, the gents say Ron was a little bit more pimping. You dig? Hold on. Oh shit. I think hold on. Ain't nobody called in yet. But until somebody Until somebody call in, man, we gonna do this. Hold on.
Come on. This won't help, and you'll understand. Post the shit out of it. When he said, I'll be listening to you, fear, young man. And I feel like I can be a. This is how many of you that.
Hold on. Like I said, man, if you want to join the chat, hit the link in the if you want to join the stream, hit the link in the chat. But in the meantime, man, we gonna take a trip down memory lane and get a good laugh in, man. Now this is when Sinful to P presided over rebuking service over Hoetic Tacos, aka Poetic Flacco.
Man, I love Sam. He teaches me how to be a man. I just wish they'd stop clowning me at No Jumper. I'm trying to fit in. It's like, I want to keep doing this show, you know what I mean, with Almighty, Suspect, and Gina and them, but I just feel like I don't fit in. But when I listen to Saint and the Sinner, and I listen to his message about, empowerment and things like that, I feel like I can be a man. Even though my titties are droopy, even though my belly button looks like a hallway, even though I'm overweight, I'm not an attractive guy, I'm not funny, I don't feel like I'm smart. But, when I listen to Saint and the Sinner, I feel like there's hope for me, And so that's why I donate. Marquette, Saint and the Sinner, if you ever see my diary, just know that I love you, that I love you, that I love you, that I love you. It's like that time when I was on the show and Adam was like talking about me and saying that I don't have no bitches. It's like, how are you gonna say I don't have no bitches, man? Like, and then why would you do that in front of everybody? Like, everybody's always trying to embarrass me. I don't like that, And, AD is cool. He sticks up for me. Like, the time when I got spit on by 16 shot.
Okay, we got a caller. What's going on, man?
What's the word? How you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm blessed, man. About yourself?
You already know, man. No complaints over here. But look, I got a quick question, right?
For sure.
So I was just out there in Vegas, a little while ago, and I came across some other gentlemen, and they basically was telling me like, when you in the game, they pretty much, get everything strictly, out the broad or whatever the case may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I had a different perspective on that because I feel like, eventually, what I'm saying, you in the game, you're going to always be like in the game, but it's also, you have to have like a paper trail to show, how you are getting your funds. So one of my suggestions to one of the people I was talking to was, why don't you, start an LLC or S corp or something like that, so you could have a legal way of making money or showing how you make money, right? And I suggested a way to them about how they could do that and also use their business as a way to campaign. But what I want to know is, what was your opinion on that?
In 2025, that's not a bad suggestion. That will be a wise thing, and because of how challenging things are in today's times, as far as being a participant in the game, there's never been a more challenging time. There's never been a time where the deck was stacked so high against people who choose to participate in the game. whether it's a male or a female, right? It's the challenge is like no other in today's times. And you stand to lose a lot, and your chances of success are slim, right? You have to be you can't even be like okay. You can't be good. You have to be excellent in order to one, have success in the game, and two, have be able to sustain that success, right? So with that being said, because of how difficult things are in today's times, what you suggested is actually wise, but this is the thing too, right? A lot of game that people try to apply to their lives is game that was suitable for a different time. There's certain things that we adopt in the game, certain theories and ideologies that we adopt in the game, right, that have been passed on from generation to generation. And what a lot of people don't bear in mind is that in today's time, certain things that were suitable 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago aren't suitable to today's reality. A prime example of that is like, and people still say it to this day, but and they say it because they've heard veterans before them say it, but they say stuff like, I like who like me. You know what I mean? If I go after the broad that I like, I'm gonna be starving, or I'm gonna be this and I'm gonna be that. So I like who like me. But see, like I said, in the times of old, that was a more suitable thing because, in the eyes of chicks in the game, the best looking thing was a P. For a chick that was participating in the game, nothing looked better to her than a P, as far as an option to be with, right? But now it's a whole lot of other things that look just as good to a broad, if not better, to a broad than the P, right? So another one of those things, that is I ain't gonna say it's not suitable for today's times, but again, it's just a lot more difficult, and that's the theory of AOB, all out abroad. You know what I mean? Now, the ism is not going to, be a jack of all trades in the streets. We not gonna have the bras getting down over here while we got a sack over here, and we poo shiesty mask, climbing in somewhere, or making somebody put their hands up over here, stripping somebody over here. The P is not doing all of that, right? But at the same time, if you have the wherewithal to invest your money that you receiving from the game, and make it count and make it grow, then you'd be a fool not to do that. Because this is the thing, right? We all investing in something, whether or not we realize it, right? And the truth of the matter is, the majority of P's in the game, myself included, have been guilty. We invest in Mercedes, we invest in BMW, we invest in Gucci, we invest in Louis. I'm talking about heavily. Yeah. We're heavy investors in all of these different corporations, and there's no return on the investment. We get some materials that might last, temporarily, but eventually those materials that we receive for the money that we invest into these companies, they perish. They only last so long. They wear out and they no good no more. But the money that we invest into these corporations, it does nothing but grow. They don't take losses from what we give them, but we take losses from what they give us. So if you keep that in mind, the smart thing to do would be, one example is like what you said, creating an LLC and or an S corp or what have you, depending on what those person's ambitions and goals are, right? But see, that's cool, but the deeper conversation would be financial literacy, right? Because you might be financially literate. So when you tell somebody, hey man, you should take that money from the game and, start an LLC, start a business, you might have a vision of what that is and you might know how to go about that, right? But in somebody who's listening to you, this a participant in the game, they might say, you know what, that's a cool idea. But they might not be suitable to run a business, right?
Right.
And they might not have the same outlook and the same information that you have, right? So the deeper conversation really would be financial literacy, right? Because there's when you're financially literate, there's more than one way to invest your money, and there's especially in 2025, it's a million different things to put your money towards to make it grow, right? And there's just so many different investments, right? But the thing is too, like when you see the LLC talk is just burnt out in our community, right? We all talk about how, oh, I got an LLC. Like if somebody's having an argument about finances or who got more money or who's doing
And
bigger
that don't
things
mean
in
shit
life,
whole time. Yeah.
yeah, they always, I got 5 LLCs
I
and
know
all
a
this
lot
other
of
shit.
bitches like that. Yeah.
Right, and they LLCs ain't doing nothing but collecting dust, right? But to the untrained ears and mind, people will think, oh, she got some LLCs, she must be doing something big, or he got some LLCs, so he doing this and doing that. But like I've talked about before on here, everybody's not fit to be a boss, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like you got people in the game that might be good at giving a female some instructions, and those instructions might prove to be fruitful, but that individual might not be fit to run a business, like a legal business. You know what I mean? They might not be fit for that, right? And, a lot of people don't understand that, but it's the truth, right? They might be a good role player in a business or maybe a silent partner or something like that.
Right.
But
Right.
even, business ain't the only way. They have so many different things that you can invest in, and that might be their thing. They might be better off investing in stocks or, buying property or, it's just so many different things that you can do. It's a lot of shit
No,
that I
yeah,
don't
I
even
can
know
dig
that you
that.
can do. So, yeah, that, like I said, that's not a bad suggestion, but the deeper conversation really is financial literacy, because you got a lot of people, trying to take their money and start a business, but they financially illiterate, and not just that, they don't even know that they're not the business running type. So, yeah.
But all right, so let me get a little more deep. So one of the individuals I was speaking to, I mentioned like, okay, so you got, you know, this one girl, whatever the case may be. Why don't y'all start an OnlyFans page? You know what I'm saying? That's like legal income, and you could like track and show, how you earn money doing this, and this. But his problem, it didn't seem to me like it wasn't because he didn't know how to run a business or whatever the case may be. It was more so he brought up the fact to me it was because OnlyFans took a percentage of the money.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but you could still be doing, what I'm saying, what you're doing on top of that to keep the money you're already making. OnlyFans is just a extra source of income, and it's a legal source of income.
Right.
So I feel like it wasn't really he's not a business type. And it might be that he might just been trying to cover that shit up. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
but it was just like, I don't know. His main point was that they take a percentage of the money, and he wanted like all the money. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right. Well, I hear that, but see, this the thing, we gotta, you reap what you sow, right? And within that, we pay. Everything comes with a price. You know what I mean? It's the that's just the cost of doing business, right? And see, he's saying that, right? He's saying that OnlyFans is taking a percentage. But within that percentage that they're taking, you don't have to pay for lawyer fees. You don't have to pay bail. You don't have to lose time from her going to jail. You not risking yourself going to jail, and you don't have to spend lawyer and bail fees on yourself. So, like I said, everything comes with a price. And if you weigh out the pros and cons, this is just me speaking non-biased. I'm not speaking from a pimp's perspective. I'm just speaking, in general.
In general.
Like
Right.
if you think about it from that sense, like damn, you know what I mean? Like any other way that I run my game, it's a price that I'm paying for something. If I put her on the track or if I send her in the casino, she might go to jail. I'm gonna have to pay lawyer fees, bail fees, so on and so forth. If I send her in the strip club, there's a high, heavy prevalence of drugs and alcohol in there, and the chances of her becoming a dope fiend or an alcoholic in the strip club are extremely high. This is something people don't talk about, but it's the 100 truth for show for show. If you send in a chick in that strip club, 9 times out of 10, she gonna come out of there a dope fiend or alcoholic or both, right? So it's like then you're gonna have to pay the price for that. Right, everything comes with a price. So it's like, what price are you willing to pay? Are you willing to pay for lawyers and bail and the potential, because we in the streets, you know what I mean, the potential of her getting hurt,
Some
you know what I
harm.
mean,
Exactly.
right, the potential of yourself getting hurt trying to protect her. It's a million different things that we risk every day. But we
And
do
then
the
on
shit
top
every
of
day,
that,
so it's nothing, but it's still a risk nonetheless. So it's like the percentage that I don't know what the percentage is that OnlyFans takes, but I'm willing to bet that it's something small in comparison to the percentages that get taken from us in a whole lot of
that
other
life will
different
take from
ways.
your ass. Yeah,
You know what I
facts.
mean? Right. And
And
see,
then on
this is
top
what
of that,
this is a thing too. Like now I'm speaking just on some pimping, right? A lot of cats have an issue with different things that ain't necessarily down and dirty. Like you got cats that say if you only putting her on the internet, you're not pimping. If you only putting her in the club, you're not pimping. If you only doing this, you're not pimping. If you only doing that, you're not pimping. But I say that it's not so much about what you do, but it's a matter of whether or not that's what you want to do, and you can do whatever you want to do. Now, if you the type of cat that could put her on the concrete and bleed her feet as long as you want, whenever you want, but instead you choose to put her in the club because that's what makes more sense to you, and it's not a matter of you only putting her in the club because you can't bleed her feet, then that's still pimping, right? So a lot of cats get caught up in what they partners is gonna think or what other people in the game is gonna think, or what if it get out on social media that I got her on OnlyFans and all this bullshit, you know what I mean? But it's 2025, man,
yeah,
and there's a lot of different lucrative things that the pimping can get involved in. But I say that as long as it's what you want to do, and it's not a thing where she's willing to rock with me, but she's only willing to do OnlyFans and she won't do nothing else. So, oh well, I might as well do OnlyFans. No, it's like I could send her wherever to do whatever, whenever I want to, but I'm choosing to do
precisely,
OnlyFans though. You know what I mean? That's a different
precisely.
thing. So,
And not even just not just only OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? You could do whatever it is you're doing now, but you could add that on to it. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I don't know, man. I think what you said about like people be worried about what other people got to say is definitely like a big thing. Cause like that little time I spent out there in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Like, eh, I don't know. It was kind of weird, man. It's like it was almost like niggas was gossiping about each other, but you know what I'm saying? Like niggas was talking about each other when they wasn't around, and
mm-hmm.
niggas didn't want to do certain things cause like they knew that everybody was gonna find out about it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. It is. I just feel like if you're a young man, you know what I'm saying, and you out here checking it and you doing whatever you're doing, I mean, it's always smart to look at like legal ways to like start earning cash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you
and see,
can,
like what you said about people gossiping and trying to make sure that people don't find out in the game what they doing and all of that, right? See, this is another thing too about it, right? Like a lot of people are adverse to OnlyFans because it's something that anybody can access and figure out about you, right? Like if they know a certain broad is messing with you, and then they find out our OnlyFans, people can easily figure that part out, right? But what's not so easy to figure out is these dudes this controlling chicks with drugs. What's not so easy to figure out is these dudes that's consciously and intentionally sending underage girls. What's not so easy to figure out is these cats that's intentionally and consciously sending chicks out there to do unprotected activities
Right.
with Johns and
Right.
whatnot, right? It's a but these be the same dudes that will come to the
That's
peace
judging
circle
you.
and everybody will shake their hand and it'll be all good. But cats will respect that. But me personally, I would respect somebody that's doing something legal to keep themselves safe and progressive at the same time, as opposed to somebody who's doing some shit that's just a black eye to the game. You dig? So
Precisely.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Because like what people not understanding about this shit is like, yeah, like you in it for the money. I feel like a lot of people in this shit for like the clout. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you're really supposed to be using this as a way to get out. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I know an individual, and I ain't gonna say his name, but he damn near 50 years old, and he still, you know what I'm saying, out there in Vegas chasing young bitches around. You feel me? Like, I get it. You a P. That's what you do. But nigga, you should have had your shit set up so you're not starving because you don't have a bitch at this age in your life. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Well,
Like, nigga, you
me personally, I don't try to judge individuals like that, because I've seen cats that was 50 years old and leaking and knock a 21-year-old bitch and give her some instructions and hit $100,000 lick, and all of a sudden now they own. You know what I mean? So
but
but
did
the
they
thing,
maintain it though?
yeah, I've seen it all, man. So but this be the thing though, right? Um, this is another reason why I do my best to show love to the older cats in the game that might be going through it, because I always say this, right? But around 2015, 2016, the world took a drastic turn that a lot of people in the game wasn't ready for, right? And when this turn came about in 2015, 2016, P, I'm telling you, it's so many P's that I know that was balling before, up until that time. And then when that time came, they fell off, they was leaking, and they couldn't shake back. You know what I mean? And they was really trying to, but shit just took a drastic turn, right? So that's why, like I said, I do my best not to judge those guys, because the world adjusted in a way that they could have never predicted, and they could have never anticipated, right? And what I mean by that, this turn that took place was, social media becoming as interactive as it is now, like we doing right now. Before 2015, this wasn't a thing. You know what I mean? You couldn't go live on YouTube in 2015. You couldn't go live on Instagram in 2015.
Facts.
You could barely post videos, and the videos started out being 15 seconds, then they went to 30 seconds and a minute and so forth. But social media wasn't as interactive as it is now, and because it wasn't as interactive as it is now, it wasn't as compelling, it wasn't as time consuming, it wasn't as addictive as it is now. So with that being the case, the pimping was somebody outside. The pimping was somebody who meant something to the community in real life. So the pimping didn't have to compete with a bunch of pretenders on the internet. The pimping didn't have to compete with the comedian, the rapper, the athlete, the actor. You know what I mean? And all these different people that got motion on the internet today.
Facts.
Nowadays, a hoe is wide eyed and drooling at the mouth at all that shit. You know what I mean? If
Facts.
if, if Kevin Hart get in a whole DM and say, "Hey baby, I want to take care of you for the rest of your life," she going. You know what I mean? If Steph Curry, LeBron James, uh, uh, Idris Alba, you know, any of these people get at a 304 in today's times and say, hey, baby, you can stop doing that. I'm going to take care of you. Most of them is going to go. But see, before social media got the way it is now, like I said, before 2015, a real 304 that's active in the game, she might say like, okay, I'm gonna go, but the whole time she thinking about how she gonna play him and how she gonna break on his ass.
Exactly.
She not
Yeah.
thinking about, oh, he really about to retire me out the game. And I was just listening to something earlier. A chick that, you know, the world probably don't know that she's going through what she's going through, right? Or they don't know her background, and I ain't gonna bust her out right now. But a lot of y'all see what she got going on right now. It's kind of like a little buzzing topic on the internet. But it's a chick that was a known 304. Well, I ain't even gonna say 304. I'm gonna say she was setting it out there and getting paid for it. But she started messing with this rapper, and the rapper took her all the way out of her zone to where her whole life was consumed by dealing with this rapper, and she wasn't even doing what she normally do no more. She not even in the game no more. She just done gave her whole life up, put her whole life on pause, and then now that it's over with, you know, she trying to pick up the pieces by herself. You know what I mean? And this is somebody
Yeah,
that
that shit ain't work.
this is somebody that's anti-pimping at the same time. You know what I mean? They probably will mess with a boyfriend and act like some pimping, but they not gonna mess with no real pimping and stomp down and surrender themselves to some real pimping. You dig? So that's a prime example. But a chick in her position, like I said before 2015, ain't finna get with no damn rapper. Like what? I break rappers. The hell I look like becoming a
Exactly.
rapper's girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Rappers, athletes,
Right. I break on those kind
motherfuckers.
of people. Like what I look like
Exactly.
being a girlfriend. You dig? So it's just and like I said, pimping, a lot of veteran pimps, not even just veterans, like just pimps that was on period up until 2015. You know, they wasn't ready for that curve that came about where, you know, it was gonna be a whole lot more challenging for the pimping. So like I said, that's why I just got a different outlook. Like when I see, because you know, I used to live in
They
Vegas, and
wasn't
it's
they wasn't prepared for that shit. They wasn't equipped for it. They don't know how to maneuver with this internet shit too. I get what you're saying.
yeah, because nobody could come to them back in 2015 and let them know like, look, this is how the world is about to change. You know, bitches this bums that staying in the projects at their mama's house in the matchbox bedroom, all of a sudden they about to have
M-
all the attention in the
Millionaires hitting
world.
them up.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean? As
exactly. And
long as
shit.
she
Yeah,
got a,
for sure.
a decent looking body and a decent looking face, and she know how to twerk and be sexy on the internet, she about to have all the attention in the world. You know what I mean?
That's
So
true.
that the times of you being the prize and you being the best looking thing to a bitch in the game, them days about to be over with. You're gonna have to work a lot harder. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't nobody there to tell the pimping that. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
Yeah. But you also brought up a good ass point about like how social media not only uh it was difficult for like the older cats to maneuver, but because like so many young bitches now they're being influenced by social media, not even just by so much by like the attention that they getting, but like by the music that they listen to, like Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion and City Girls and all that shit. It's making like hoeing cool to them. Oh yeah, like Suki and shit, but like they don't really know what the fuck it is. You know what I'm trying to say? It's
No, it's
like they
it's it's
doing it
making it's making getting some money being cool. You know what I mean? Getting
right,
some money
right.
because you're a female. But what they don't understand is that, you know, getting money because simply based on the fact that you're a female is not hoeing. But that's what they think
Exactly.
though. You know what I mean? They think that just because, like you said, they listen to these rappers and see, what you gotta understand too is these rappers that you just named, they're products of social media too. The only reason why we know who they are is because of the way that social media is. Before 2015, a Meg Thee Stallion, a Cardi B, Glorilla, Sexy Red, none of them would have been able to make it in the rap game before 2015. But because of social media being the way that it is, you know what I mean? It's being a female that can sell sex first and then rapping
Facts.
second. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because that's why everybody listens to them. And it's not to say that they just trash musically. I can be real and say, even though it's not something that I can listen to or that I'm going to listen to, you know, some of it is all right. You know what I mean? I can see why people like it. But
I
a
give
lot of
it.
that shit is
I give it
trash
to
too,
Sexy
though.
Red.
Huh?
It's like she got like good turn up music. You know what I'm saying? Lyrically, she ain't talking about shit, but it's like some good shit to listen to. Like if you out
Right.
and about, you know what I'm
But see, that's what I'm saying. Because of the way that social media is, that's why they are the stars that they are today. If it was the social media of 2012, 2011, back when all you could post on Instagram was pictures, back when all you could post on Facebook was pictures and statuses, you know what I mean? If it was the social media of that time, these girls couldn't have made it because they not
saying?
talented
Facts.
enough. You know what I mean? You had to be more than just physically attractive back then. You you actually had to have something to your music. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, I'm finna get up off of here. But like, I just want to say that little thing. But
Oh, for
before I get
sure.
off here, I want to say two things. To like all the young men out here, that's doing whatever you're doing. Always try to do things, the most logical way. You know what I'm saying? It's always, smarter ways to do whatever the fuck it is you're doing. And then, Freeze, I want to say to you, what I mean, I appreciate, you just being who you are. You didn't gave not just myself, but a lot of people, a lot of game, and you didn't made a platform for a lot of people to not just only get educated, but be entertained as well. You know what I'm saying? So just keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna always have my support, and I'm pretty sure like all the other people that's watching, you're gonna have their support as well.
For sure. Keeping it P with P, man. As always, man, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, 100.
All right, for sure. Yeah, man. That was a good some good topics that bro brought up. Sparked a good conversation, you dig? But listen, man, if you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man. But yeah, Ron, you can go ahead and call in now, Ron. I just didn't want to interrupt, bro. But Tony Rain says, I hate to say it, but a lot of the older cats in the game ain't got nothing but some old war stories. Real peeing is real peeing right now. No disrespect to the old No disrespect to the old school players. The time is now, not yesterday. But see, this is what you got to understand, right? It's not just the old peas in the game, right? It's a lot of older people, period, man. For I would say most older people, when you get older, man, and you're not as youthful looking and you're not as able-bodied physically as you were 10, 20, 30 years ago, man. Hey, life can be very challenging. You dig? And yeah, it's a lot of older P's in the game who ain't got nothing. But what people don't talk about is the older athletes, the athletes who who get old and pass away broke and in poverty, the singers, the actors, the rappers, the comedians, you know what I mean? It was the top shit. We just seen it. We just seen Don from In Vogue. See, a lot of y'all too young to understand how big In Vogue was, man. In the 90s, it wasn't no female group bigger than In Vogue. Like, In Vogue was the shit. Winning all kind of awards, selling millions and millions upon millions of records. They was the shit. And for somebody who was a part of that group to be living in her car for 3 years, you know what I mean? It's a testament to, like I said, like, if you unwise in how you handle your business, it can happen to anybody. It ain't just people in the game. You know what I mean? people of all walks of life, if they don't make the right provisions for their future, end up dying, passing away in poverty, broke, or just living messed up now. You know what I mean? Dawn from In Vogue, she's just one person who was highly successful back in the day, just living messed up right now, that was just open enough about it. But imagine how many people this there was the shit back in the day. There was superstars. We was going to their concerts. We was going to the movie theater to watch their movies, and they fucked up right now. But we'll never know about it. You know what I mean? Uh, uh, Another person who was living in a car was Clifton Powell, the cat that played Pinky on Friday. You know what I mean? Or Chauncey on Boys in the Hood. He been in a whole bunch of movies, man. Like cold ass actor. Played Cuddy on Dead Presidents. You know what I mean? Cold ass actor. He had a point in time where he was living in his car. You dig? And been in all kind of movies that we done went to the theater and seen and bought the DVDs and watched a million times, and now we streaming. You know what I mean? Just imagine that. Imagine you living in your car and people are watching classic movies that you a star in, and they streaming it, and these streams are generating millions of dollars, but you ain't getting none of it. You know what I mean? So you can't just put that on the pimping, as far as people getting older and now they ain't got nothing, and all they got is old war stories and whatnot. You know what I mean? Because that goes across the board. You dig? Ron, what's up with it?
Another day in paradise, man. It was a few things that was brought up on the live that the brother said that really opened my mind to a lot of different things and a lot of different topics, like the misconception of a gentleman of leisure. There's like a huge misconception of what a gentleman of leisure is, and if you come across as a gentleman of leisure in today's time, from my experiences, it can be perceived as a trick. A lot of young ladies in the game, their algorithm goes against the lifestyle. Their algorithm is pushing the narrative that every man is a trick, and every male or anybody that pretty much has money, or anybody that is disciplined, anybody that displays or represents class or anything to that nature is a trick. And my thoughts are, we have to start to really, really program those that are really interested in being in the lifestyle. We don't condone or promote any criminal activities whatsoever, but those that are interested in that lifestyle, the importance of being with the gentleman of leisure, because a lot of young ladies, they're going after individuals like, no disrespect to the rappers or nothing like that, EBKs and what's some more of the rappers that talk about killing and putting, shoot motherfuckers and shit. They're going towards that. That's their definition of a pimp. You know what I'm saying? Their definition of a pimp is somebody that is egregious, rambunctious, you know what I mean, outlandish, disrespectful, a nigga with his pants sagging. Anybody that's aggressive, you know what I mean? Like, pimp on, a young lady even said this, pimp on me, like, pimp on me. You know what I'm saying? Pimp on me, like, hit me, slap me. That's their narrative on what a pimp is. Slapping her. They it's almost like she doesn't view an individual as a gentleman of leisure unless you're aggressive physically. Like, if you're not aggressive physically, he can't be no pimping. There's no way I can listen to him if he's not going upside my head. And it's almost like, if you're not turning me on, I'm not gonna allow you to turn me out. You got to turn me on before you can pimp on me. The misconception of a gentleman of leisure, and it's almost like cater towards my sensations before we can get successful. So that was just some of my thoughts in regards to the misconception of a gentleman of leisure. Like, I know it's plenty of times where it's individuals that listen to Your Life Freeze, listen to Sinful, listen to Gorgeous Dre, and they go outside every day and they suit it. They put on a suit, they put on they slacks, they put on everything, right? And they outside every day. And a young lady, did you go to a job interview? Did you just leave a funeral? You know what I'm saying? That's their thoughts. You know what I mean? Or if you even have something nice, her first mindset is that you're a pimp. But their idea of a pimp is not a gentleman of leisure. So that was just some of my thoughts that came across my mind as, you guys had that previous conversation.
Yeah, nah, you ain't said nothing wrong. But see, this is something that's kind of a lost a lost thing with a lot of cats in the game, and a big part of it is because while it's more of a difficult challenge to be a participant in the game now than it ever has been. On the flip side of that coin, it's much easier to convince a chick to be down with you and hand over the money to you, right? This is the easiest time ever, as far as you going to a chick and saying, hey, you know what I mean, I'm gonna have you do this, and then when you get the money handed over to me. It ain't never been easier to convince a chick to do that, right? So the problem within that is, cats having that mindset of I like who likes me. It's gonna be a lot of bullshit that you accepting, that you gotta sift through. If you the type of cat that just accepts whoever says they want to be down with you, then you gonna go through a whole lot of bullshit, right? So then it needs to be a thing where, okay, I need to have a standard for the quality. First of all, I have to have it clear in my mind what I want from a 304, a young lady that's gonna be down with me, and then I have to seek that out, right? You got to treat your ism like the NBA. The NBA don't accept everybody to just try out, everybody to enter the draft. The NFL don't just accept everybody who enters the draft. They accept only the best. So as a participant in the game in 2025, you have to have that mindset because everybody gonna try out. The game wasn't as attractive even 10 years ago, let alone 15, 20 and further back as it is now. Now the game is attractive to a lot of chicks. That's why I said it's the easiest time to get a chick to hand it over now. You know what I mean? So it's like everybody wants to be it's like, just imagine if every little boy wanted to be a basketball player, and every little boy, when they get old enough, they trying to join the NBA. You know what I mean? Whereas before, when it come to the game, it was only like certain types of chicks that wanted to be down in the game. It wasn't something that like all these different types now. A lot of them wouldn't have wanted to be in the game. They would have wanted to do something else, or even in today's times, if there was something that was as easy to get involved in and be as fruitful immediately like the game is, because a lot of chicks, they could post an ad right now. They might be, flat broke, ain't never had more than $500 to their name. They young, 18, 19 years old, and they post an ad, or they get down on the track, or they go to the casino or go to the strip club, whatever, and all of a sudden they make $2,000 in one night. You know what I mean? And just as well as I do that for that to happen for a chick one time, and that first time, she doesn't have to have a whole lot of game. She don't have to be the smartest. She don't have to be the prettiest or the sexiest. You know what I mean? She don't have to have a whole lot going for her in order to get blessed by the game that won in that first time. You did. Now to be able to sustain it and keep doing it, that's something totally different. But to just get in the game and do it, and then she gonna tell her girlfriends about it. Next thing you know, her girlfriends and now the game is flooded with a whole bunch of squares who don't like pimps, and but like you said, they look at every man as a trick, and they think that they gonna get everybody to give them some money simply because they cute, not because they smart, not because of their personality, not because they classy, not because they're accommodating, not because they're professional, just because they a female. They gonna get every guy that they talk to hand over some money. You know what I mean? That's why it just be so unattractive when it's crazy. It can be a square chick that work at Burger King, or it could be a chick that's on the blade. But you talk to some of these young chicks, and the first thing they say is like, "You gonna give me some money? You got some money for
Oh
me?"
my god.
Like,
Oh my god.
what are you talking about?
And
You know what I
it's
mean?
crazy.
What's up?
Go ahead. No,
Nah,
I'll
go
say it
ahead.
was crazy because they're choosing the money and not the man. They're choosing the money, not the man, not his mentality, not his mind, not his ministry. They're choosing the money, and I know it's the algorithm. That's one thing, but another thing is they have no shame in choosing the money. That's what I noticed too. It's like not. It's like choosing the money. It's so many different examples of young ladies or young broads choosing the money over the man that's detrimental towards the lifestyle. Like a broad that get in the car with a trick and start telling all of your personal business to the trick, you're overly exalting this money. You're willing to exchange all your personal information as well as your folks' personal information just because he's willing to give you some money. A lot of broads have the mindset of a wife, but not a wife that's going to be loyal to her husband. Another example of overly exalting the money. Well, when I leave, I'm not going to have anything. Bitch, this is not a marriage. You know what I'm saying? And if anything, you should say, you know what? I want to stay down. They rarely talk about wanting to stay down. They talk about leaving. They talk to tricks about personal information that shouldn't be displayed or talked about. You know, and on top of that, another example of putting the money before the man is if I choose you, like, what are you gonna do for me? You know, a lot of broads think that a gentleman of leisure is a trick, and what's happening is the individuals within the lifestyle they have adopted the the gender war in the square world. The gender war in the square world has matriculated within the lifestyle, and
That's real.
you might, you know what I'm saying, you might talk to a broad from Chili's, then you talk to a broad that calls herself a so-called 304, and you might like, well, shit, they both have the same complaints. I can't even tell which is which. And from my understanding too, going deeper with choosing the money and not the mindset, a lot of broads have no shame in that. From what I see, just from the couple years, you know, I'm young in this, right? I've been in the lifestyle for a couple of years. You know, I don't have 20 and 30 years or whatnot, but what I've seen, you know, from 5 years till now is a lot of broads don't even 6 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Till now is a lot of broads don't have any shame. Like back, from my understanding, back then it would be shameful for a broad not to have a man in her life within this lifestyle. It'd be shameful. And not, you know, back then it would be shameful for a broad to do certain things. Nowadays, a broad would be on crack. So what? I'm on crack. It's me. You know. So what if I do drugs and I do meth? It's me. You know. I have PTSD and I have bipolar and schizophrenic disorder, and you know, you don't understand me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, bitch, if you were a reflection of me, I would understand you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
see,
saying? If you
when
would,
it comes to all of that, you know, like I do my best to not just point the finger, and
mm-hmm,
I do my best to more so understand the root of the issue. Okay, like why are they like this? You know, what's
mm-hmm,
making them like this? And it's just the world that they inherited. You know what I mean? The world that they were born into at this time. You know, they really, a lot of them really don't even have a chance to understand anything else. You know, because of the way that the world is. And the world encourages all of that. The society that we live in today's times, it encourages young people to have a million mental health issues that we didn't have, you know, back in the day. You know, back in the days, everybody you know wasn't depressed and got PTSD and bipolar and borderline personality disorder, and you know we didn't have all of that shit. But like you said, you know, you said something about the gender wars, and to go deeper with that, you know what I mean, like we talked about the other day, was the feminism. You know, that's where all this confusion like come from. But nonetheless, you know, today we live in a society that doesn't encourage these chicks to value themselves. It doesn't encourage them to value anything that's important that they should value. You know, it doesn't, you know, like I said, they're not encouraged to value themselves, so definitely they're not gonna value anyone else. They're not gonna value the man that they choose to be with. And because they don't value the man they choose to be with, it doesn't matter what kind of man they choose to be with. As long as that man makes them feel good, and different chicks got different things that make them feel good, but it's a short list of things that make them feel good. But whatever it is, as long as that man makes them feel good, it don't matter what kind of man he is, because so their value system is all messed up. They don't value themselves. They don't value whatever man they getting with, and they don't value family. If they have kids, they don't value that. But like I said, I do my best not to point the finger, because it's like they haven't even had a chance to understand anything else. You know what I mean? They haven't had a chance to understand how to value themselves. Because you know just as well as I do, man, like when you value yourself, you make a whole lot better decisions. When you don't have a value, when you don't understand your own sense of self-importance, a lot of decisions that you make is gonna be unwise, because you're not considering your value when you make this decision. When you know what you mean to your family, when you have people in your life that you know that you mean something to, and they love you and you're important to them, whether it's your parents or your siblings or your nieces and nephews or your cousins or whoever it is, or your children, when you know that you have those people, you're a lot more mindful in the decisions that you make. But when you've made up in your mind that, oh, my mama don't love me, my family, my grandma, they don't love me, they hate me, even though they probably don't, it's really you hate yourself and you think everybody else hates you. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of that shit that goes on too. It done been so many times, man, that I'll meet a young chick and, they'll say that their family don't care about them and all this, that, and the third, but then you meet their family and their family is cool. It's just her. You know what I mean? But again, like I said, I do my best not to point the finger at them. It's like, well, how did she get this way? You know what I mean? And like I said, this is what the world encourages. The world encourages everybody to be doped up and medicated up and out of their mind and not thinking straight. You know what I mean? And hating themselves and depressed and all this shit. This is what the world encourages everybody to be. So
Well, I agree.
Go ahead.
When you said, I definitely agree when you said that the world creates a lot of these issues. The algorithm, nature and nurturing. Her upbringing versus her environment. Those are definitely contributing factors. I don't want to point the finger, but I do want to acknowledge that there is an issue. A lot of young ladies that I've dealt with, they've been pacified. They've been told that there isn't an issue. They've been told at the end of the day that you have PTSD, borderline personality disorder. You have ADHD. You can't stay focused. I don't tend to believe that a lot of these young ladies actually have those. They self-diagnose. A
For
lot of the
sure.
young ladies haven't even went to a doctor or anywhere to be diagnosed. They self-diagnose. And my mindset is, if you can figure out what the problem is, you can also find the solution. A lot of them, when they're in self-pity and their algorithm has told them that they have ADHD. That's why I'm out of pocket because I got ADHD. When it's no, you just haven't been consistent in your life. You have no history of showing discipline. So
But
I
see,
acknowledge that.
what the defense mechanism against that is, a proper upbringing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And see, because me, my like the way I was raised and how I love myself and how I know certain people love me, you could have never, as a young man, you could have never convinced me that I had them kind of issues, right? Because my defense was already built up for shit like that because of the love that I have for myself. And see, again, like I said, I always think about the root of the problem. And most of these young adults that are 25 and under, most of them have parents who were born during the crack era. You know what I mean? And a lot of us, I was born slightly before crack became a thing, or rock cocaine became a thing, right? So I was pretty much raised in that era. And a lot of my friends, a lot of my cousins, you know what I mean? They parents was on dope. and the kids that came right after me, a lot of them was born as crack babies, right? So you have these kids that became adults in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. They became adults and they come from a childhood of growing up in foster care, getting abused in foster care, being raised by their grandmama who or their grandparents who was too old and slowed down in life to really raise them the way that they needed to be raised. Um, they didn't have a father who showed them how to care for themselves. If it's a little girl, they didn't have a father to show her what a man is by example, and how a man is supposed to treat her by seeing how he treats her mother or whatever woman that he's dealing with. You know what I mean? And then as she grows up, teaching her how to value herself and not let a man treat her any old kind of way. You know what I mean? If it's a little boy, didn't have a father figure, and then on top of that, for the little girl, didn't have a mother to show her how to be feminine, show her how to be classy. You know what I mean? Show her how to take care of herself. There's so many grown ass women who got terrible hygiene and don't know how to take care of their body
Oh,
nowadays. And again, I can't blame them because
yeah.
it's a lot of girls that's grown right now that was little girls that they moms was out partying, running the streets, leaving them at home by themselves at 7, 8 years old, and then when they get of age like puberty and they monthly things start coming, they ain't nobody there to teach them. So
Mm-hmm.
I understand why a lot of these chicks that are adults now, why they so messed up in the head, because they're the they're the uh they're the children of crack babies. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And fortunately, I wasn't no crack baby. And like I was born a little before crack, but even my sister was born after crack, and she wasn't no crack baby, right? But
Mm-hmm.
fortunately, I had both of my parents there, and even though they wasn't perfect, one thing for sure is that they kept me safe, they kept me protected. You know what I mean? Fortunately, and I'm not saying that to brag, but fortunately, I never was played with as a kid. I never had no older person doing stuff to me or nothing like that. Fortunately, by the grace of
Mm-hmm.
God, my parents, that, like I said, they made sure I was safe, and they taught me the right things as far as how to care for myself and how to appreciate myself and appreciate life and appreciate my family and loved ones, right? So, but most people from my generation, like, I'm rare, and I don't say that to brag. Like, if you a black person that was born in the '80s, if you black and you come from the ghetto, whether it's St. Louis or LA or Oakland or Baltimore or New Orleans or Miami, whatever hood you come from, if you was born in the '80s and raised in the '80s and '90s, the chances of your childhood being fucked up is extremely high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for those people to have kids, and they messed up in the head and they having kids, man. So like I said, I do my best to understand why these young people are the way that they are right now. And with that
It's
being
like,
said, like I said, this is another thing too that a lot of people don't talk about, man, but a lot of people just shouldn't be in the game. A
thank
lot of
you.
people
I
have
was
no
about
business in the game, and we have no business trying to involve ourselves with them. You know what I mean?
facts.
Because like you said, they got all these self-diagnosed mental health issues and all that shit. Trust me, I know about all that shit like firsthand. Bitches
Mm-hmm.
diagnosing themselves with 1,000 different mental health issues and all this other type of shit, and it's extremely common. It's a whole bunch of them doing it, but it's just their era. That's what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's like
go
that.
ahead.
That goes back to what I was saying too, in regards to put the money over the man. you know, like self-diagnosing, or even if you were to go see a doctor and the doctor were to tell you that you got ADHD or whatever the case may be, you're still trusting the trick. What you're saying is you don't have the resources already around you, and you don't have the self-discipline, you don't have the self-awareness to say, you know what, I don't have ADHD. I don't have borderline personality disorder. And if they cut out some of the distractions, and I learned this too. I'm glad you brought that up. I learned that value, goals, and what you want for your future, what you want for your life, you know, they have to align. Like she has to want and desire to not be on drugs and not want to be diagnosed by tricks. She has to desire that. Like in regards to being a reflection of the individual that should be presiding over her, she should want to, at the end of the day, say, you know what? I value him drinking water. I value fitness. I value cleanliness. I learned no matter how much you try to get an understanding with some young ladies, if she doesn't value that, it's only because I've been there. I've been there where it's a young lady. I talked to her about hygiene, cleanliness, self confidence, self sufficient versus independent, being a woman, the five fundamentals of what a woman is, the five fundamentals of what a man is, being disciplined. And I've displayed it myself. And what I'm starting to learn is that she has to want to, and not even want to. She has to be willing to put in the work after she wants to. And if she doesn't, you guys values don't align, if she doesn't value some of the things you value, like you said, the way she was brought up, the root produced the fruit. The way she was brought up, her the nature and the nurturing, those are two contributing factors. But how she was raised in the household definitely plays a significant role on how successful you can be in a lifestyle. On top of what she really wants for you and how much she values you. So I definitely agree that those definitely play a significant role in why a lot of young ladies think the way they think in the lifestyle. And I'm not just pointing the finger. What I want to do is acknowledge some of the issues because a lot of them have been pampered. A lot of young ladies that I've ran across have been pampered and told that, yeah, you just have that problem. Take this Ritalin. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's not your fault at the end of the day. No, let's acknowledge the issue. And once we acknowledge it, then we can have a better understanding. We have to acknowledge that there is a problem and that she has to desire and value some of the things that you value in order for it to work. And this is not just for the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing. You could utilize this also in a square relationship.
Oh yeah, because the issues that we talking about are not exclusive to the game. You know what I mean? It's just it's a societal problem in just a time, not even generational, because it's a lot of older people that got the same problems as these younger people. It's just the times that we in. You know what I mean? It's like when crack hit back in the day, man. It was all kind of people smoking and out of their mind and falling off and shit like that. And people don't look at social media that way because it's so powerful in a lot of positive ways. It's so fruitful. It's so beneficial, and it's so unassuming. The harm that can come from it, right? But this shit is like a drug to a lot of people. Like not like it is a drug. You don't smoke it, you don't snort it, you don't shoot it up in your veins, but the effects of it.
Man.
It's just as potent, just as damaging, just as effective in a bad way, But like I said, the bottom line, man, I do my best not to point the finger, and also along with that, I do my best to try to have like an NBA mindset, like I'm only seeking out the best, A lot of people, I don't even waste my time trying to convince. You know what I mean? Because that's what it ends up becoming. It ends up becoming a situation where, you care more about this person's value than they do, and you expect so much, and they just don't want it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like a lot of chicks are cool with just living in a motel. They don't want anything better. Right? Mm-hmm. A lot of chicks is cool with just living in the projects or sleeping in their car or going to a shelter. It's so many chicks in the game now that are willing to go to a shelter. I remember a time, man, where a hoe had too much pride. Not just a hoe, like it's just like a people thing, because Like it's certain things that I see mothers doing nowadays that my mother would have never did. You know what I mean? My mother would have never accepted certain conditions that a lot of chicks just accept. You know what I mean? My mother would have never folded the way some of these chicks with kids be folding and just letting their
Oh my
kids go
God.
through it and shit like that, just giving up on their kids. Man, my mother would have never did no shit like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? My mom's was a square. She worked for Los Angeles County for over 30 years, but I know my mom. If she
Hmm.
had to go get it, you know what I mean? If she had to go step out, like if times was bad, because I know where she come from, and she know where she come from, and I just know what type of person she is. She wasn't no criminal. She wasn't in the streets, but I just know her. If times got to that point and she had to go make something happen before watching us starve or go through it or be homeless or anything like that, man, mom's was finna go make it happen.
Yeah,
However
for
she
sure.
had to, you know what I mean? Because that's
And
just some real mother shit. You know what I mean? But you have these chicks out here nowadays that have kids that they just ain't they don't have any they don't have any mental fortitude. They just weak and they quit so easily. They ain't got no fight. But again, like I said, I don't blame them because again, they're encouraged to be weak. They're encouraged to, be victims. And I survived this by the hair on my chinny chin chin, and now that I've survived it, I'm just dealing with it and I'm just taking it one day at a time instead of being like, I went through this, but I conquered that, I beat that, I defeated that. I took that weakness and turned it into a strength, and this is how I'm doing it. And now I'm strong. I'm not no survivor. I'm a conqueror. I got over that shit. I'm not surviving with it. I done got over that. That's not encouraged. You know what I mean?
hmm
And the only way you're going to find a chick like that in today's times is, like I said, if she had the right type of influences in her life growing up, which is extremely rare. So, but whatever the case, high caliber pimping is extremely rare too. Or just shit, really just being a man, like a real true man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Not being a coward. You know, just really being a man. That's extremely rare in today's times. I hate to say it. You know what I mean? But I'll say in our culture, you know what I mean? It's extremely rare. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, that's real.
So
It's just like I've sitting back and I've really analyzed myself, and I've also said, okay, what are you doing to run across some of these young ladies? And I know a lot of people in the comment section or people that are gonna listen to this later, they do the same thing. And me and people that do talk to me and people that I do fellowship with and talk to, they tell me about some of their experiences. Like, man, Ron, I'm getting suited and booted every day, and I'm talking to some of these young ladies, and they're having, man, this PTSD or this alcohol or these drug issues, and a lot of them are trying to display high caliber ism. They try, or they're not even trying because trying is lying. They're displaying this, but it's not what that young lady values. And a lot of people within the lifestyle, a lot of the fellas in the lifestyle, they think just because she's brave, that means that she got the heart to hoe. Just because you're brave doesn't mean she has the heart to hoe. And also, you can't turn a sheep into a tiger.
yeah, she
She
might only
this is
be brave because she ignorant. She not
thank you.
conscious. She not conscious of the consequences. That's why she brave.
She's brave. She don't got the heart to hoe. Like, oh man, she's some real hoeing. I'm gonna still work on her. No, you don't need to work on her. Let that bitch go. You know what I'm saying? Because she's holding you back from knocking something that values what you value. And I know that on everybody's rise to top tier hoeing, you're gonna go through iniquities. You're gonna go through those test troubles and times. The three T's that I talk about, the test troubles and times. You're gonna go through a lot of low frequencies, and then you're also gonna have a lot of top tier hoes, some top tier hoeing. But I know a lot of people that are endeavoring to do it right. They going through it. They have a lot of these complaints. So a lot of things that I bring up, it's not just pointing the finger, it's acknowledging the issue, and it's also things that have been brought to me and things that I've went through. Even a lot of people outside, they come to me, oh man, 5 bitches deep, man. You know what I'm saying? No sleep, no problems. It's called pimp problems. A lot of these individuals don't have any pimp problems because they're not doing it the right way.
Yeah,
If
that's a
they did it
fact.
the right way, they wouldn't have a hoe. If
That's
they
a
did it the
fact.
right way, they wouldn't have a hoe if they had to do it the right way.
Yeah,
They
see,
wouldn't.
yeah, see, like,
Mhm.
um, it goes back to what I said, man. You know, a lot of chicks just don't belong in the game. Now, we can't make people leave the game just because we want them to. So they still gonna be in the game. But uh understanding that so many chicks don't belong in the game, you know, you have to have the gall to not deal with certain ones, right? No matter how they throw themselves at you, no matter how they try to say that they want to be down with you and might even come to you with some money and stuff like that, you know, you have to be the type of individual that's inclined to decline certain individuals, right? Because
Mhm.
you know, if you see yourself as the best, then you're gonna seek out the best and you're gonna only want to accept the best. But you know, a lot of people don't want to be real with themselves and just admit that a lot of these people don't belong in the game. A lot of these people have no
Facts.
business in the game. Like you said,
That
certain
that
certain people might appear to be brave, but they just ain't cut out for this shit. Like this the truth. Like you talked about sensations earlier. That is the most important thing to not just these females, but a lot of these males that's in the game too. Sensation,
man.
feeling good. That's why most of these people in the game can't go a day without a blunt, a vape, some alcohol, some pills, some powder. You know what I mean? They need something, if not
Mhm.
everything. You know what I mean? Because sensation is the most important thing to them, and they chasing sensation. You know what I mean? Some people's sensation is food. Some people's sensation is gambling. But, you know, they not like what I talk about all the time, which is the master of they self. You know what I mean? Um, it's a lot of dudes in the game that's mastered by different shit. So if you have a chick that's following a guy that's mastered by different shit, or she's tagging along and looking up to and following behind another chick that's mastered by all these different sensations and shit like that, you know what I mean? You can't really expect much from her. That's why I say all these different types of people, they just don't belong in the game. That's why I don't shake everybody's hand. That's why I don't, what's up, P? I don't do that with everybody. I'll be cordial with people that's cordial with me, but I don't respect everybody that claims to be a P as a P, and I'm not trying to accept every chick that pretends like, or might even have herself convinced that she want to be down for me. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them, and then the idea that I have as what a 304 is supposed to be, I know what it is because I've created it. I've brought it out of certain women, and I've lived with it. I've dealt with it, and I've had success with it, right? But
Mhm.
a lot of these chicks, if you try to paint that picture for them without a real live example of what it is, they can't comprehend that. They don't even think that's realistic. Like what?
Facts.
A chick who who works out every day, who don't eat fast food, who don't smoke, who don't drink, who don't do drugs, uh, who reads every day, who cooks and cleans and takes care of herself and goes and gets a whole bunch of money and hands it over to you, and she got good credit, and she values her. Like what? Is people like that in the
Mhm.
game? Hell no. That most chicks ain't never seen it because they extremely rare. You know what I mean?
That- when-
And they doing what a 304 is supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Like we have a saying where, 304 is supposed to be seen, she ain't supposed to be heard. But a lot of
Mhm.
chicks want to be seen and heard,
Oh man.
and they want to be heard saying a whole lot of nothing, right?
Mhm.
So, it takes humility for a chick to want to only be seen doing her thing but not be heard. She not sharing her thoughts with everybody because it ain't everybody's privilege to, receive her thoughts and expressions, right? As a 304 because she handling her business. You know,
Yeah.
it ain't a lot of examples of that in the game today. So a lot of these chicks, they think that's a fairy tale that you're trying to tell them as far as how to be, right? And
Yeah.
then even if they did see a vivid example of what I just said, they're gonna be
Hmm.
discouraged because they don't have
For
no
sure.
fight. They too
For sure.
weak. And the reason why they don't have no fight and they too weak because and this is another reason why so many people in today's times are dumb and uninitiated and so on and so forth because it's a lot of shit that's being done for them that shouldn't be done for them. It's a lot of things that you should have to do yourself that they don't have to do and they've never had to do. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's so many dudes that don't know how to like change a tire. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's so many cats that if they tire go flat in the middle of nowhere and they got everything they need to change the spare in the back, they're gonna be stuck. They just gonna be sitting there for
For
hours
sure.
until the AAA man come or until they can figure out how to get somebody with AAA. Hold on, let me call my mama. Let me see if she got her AAA still, or let me call my pops, or let me call my uncle, or let me call my cousin, and all that other type of shit. They're gonna be stuck there, because
Yeah.
that's another thing that's unfortunate for young people today. A lot of shit that you should have to do yourself, you no longer have to do, and they've always had it done for them. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
That's what I was saying in the beginning. A lot of the young ladies that, if I were to address some issues, right? She's been coddled and cared for, you know what I mean, and it's crippled her in a way to where she can't take self responsibility. She can't hold herself accountable. And it's crazy because a lot of those young ladies that can't hold themselves responsible or accountable, they were raised in single parent households. And a lot of the young ladies that are raised in single parent households, at the end of the day, they don't respect a man. So if she doesn't respect a man, because if you ask a lot of the young ladies, have you ever met a man that you respect and trusted outside of family members and brothers? A lot of them would say no. So let's look at how that matriculates within the lifestyle. She's never had a man that she's trusted and respected. At the end of the day, I expect some of the disrespect and the pushback, you know. And let's look at how that looks like, outside or in the lifestyle. You said something that really stuck with me. You said that a lot of them don't have a reference point of
Right.
a young lady that works out, that cleans, that's getting to the money, that's healthy. A lot of them won't even want to listen to a gentleman of leisure unless they see it towards a different woman. If, like, nowadays, the new knocking to a lot of individuals, the way a lot of dudes are knocking it through. Okay, I got a broad down. Okay, the broad that I got down, she's talking to another broad. It's basically like I need the green light. The broad that might be a turnout, or she might be green, or
Mm-hmm.
she might be a broad that's been getting down. She need the green light from another broad just to choose you. That's a like a trend. It's almost like a trend nowadays, and I think that a lot of people are going with the trend instead of actually acknowledging the lifestyle and understanding, because I think there's a misunderstanding within the lifestyle in itself. And it all stems from what you said in the beginning, how they were raised. And even the fellas too. It's not just the young ladies or how they were raised. A lot of the individuals that call themselves pimps, they're being influenced by the rappers. You see a lot of individuals trying to be the rapper. So I think it's actually the hardest time for a lot of individuals that are in the lifestyle now than ever, because there's so many different distractions. It's easy to get a bitch,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to actually turn out a hoe. It's harder to turn out a hoe if you don't have the resources, or if you don't have, because a lot of individuals that are in the game, not only are they knocking bitches through other bitches, status is a big thing within the lifestyle, and
Mm-hmm.
also they're having a hard time doing it the right way and having success. That's like a major, major, major thing. Like, it's so many people that, like I said previously, that call my phone. Man, I'm going through it with this bitch, Ron. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through it with this bitch. And we'll be on the phone topping it up. We'll be on the phone topping it up for hours trying to find solutions. And it's like, man, I listen to Freeze, I listen to Sin. Ron, I be listening to your shit. I listen to Gorgeous Dre, and I'm still having problems with this bucket-headed bitch, man. I'm still having these issues. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, but I could tell this person has a lot of game. He has a lot of information. And we have to look at ourselves and say, what are our influences as well? And why are we still dealing with some of these broads? You know what I'm saying? Why are you still dealing with this broad at the end of the day if she doesn't want to learn? You know what I mean? If you know at the end of the day she only respects females, she has no desire to respect a man. She has no desire to be a reflection of you. She doesn't value what you value. You guys don't have similar goals, and you don't look at the future the same. You know what I'm saying? If you asked her who are the three most important people in your life, she wouldn't name you. And if she didn't name
She
you,
might not
and she
even be
calls
able to
herself,
name three people.
oh man, she wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Name three of the most important people in your life. If you asked her that, and you're not in that equation, but she calls herself choosing you, or you're her folks, she's not even thinking about putting you first. She didn't. Her mother didn't put a man first. She didn't put a man first. So at the end of the day, you have to put yourself first. And one of the hardest things to do as a gentleman of leisure when you first coming up in the game, from what I've learned, is walking away from a bitch. Because you mentioned this earlier in the conversation, walking away from a bitch that you're not gonna be able to fix. A lot of individuals that's coming up, I understand you're struggling right now. You got car issues. Your check engine light might be on. You know what I'm saying? You're having these problems, and you up and coming, and you running, man, flyby after flyby. You getting suited and booted. You going out to the blade. I'm out all night, P. And you having all these problems at the end of the day. And you saying, well, this is the only bitch I got. If I relinquish this bitch, I don't even like to use that word, but if I fire this hoe at the end of the day, if I fire this hoe, man, I got to start all over again. And I would say this: one of the best things to do is to walk away from a bitch that doesn't value what you value. That's a part of being a man. That's You also can't just put the money first as well. One of my proudest moments walking away from a bitch, you know what I mean, that had a little bit of money but nothing to really talk about. But I walked away from her because of the continuous disrespect. And every man has a drawing
Right.
point.
Yeah, a
So
lot of
for the
cats can't say that they got that experience. For
come on.
sure.
So for all the people that's you going through it, you know what I'm saying, you might be a top tier pimp. You just haven't had the opportunity to run into a top tier or potentially top tier hoe. And you're going through it. Just understand, in order for you to become a top tier pimp, you are eventually gonna have to walk away from that bitch that's been giving you twos and threes. You're eventually gonna have to cut that bitch off. And once you cut that bitch off and you knock again, it's gonna be much easier for you to make distinctions between, is this bitch worth me wasting my is she even worthy of my words versus, I'm gonna continue to work with this young lady.
Right.
She has potential, but potential is like a volcano. It might erupt, it might not. Potential becomes potential when there's progress. Potential becomes promising when there's progress. If there's no progress, there's no potential. So for the people because majority of people that's doing it right, they are going through it. Not all, but majority of people that's doing it right, you're going through it, and I know it because I've went through it. Shit, I go through it to this day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I man, Freeze, I greatly appreciate you putting me on the live. Man, shout
Oh,
out to
for sure.
everybody in the comment. And man, I love this dialogue. You got me fired up just having this conversation, man.
Indeed.
Yeah,
For
man, you know
sure.
what I'm
For sure.
saying? Yeah, no doubt. But I know it's probably some other callers that want to call in, and I appreciate what you're doing, Freeze. I greatly appreciate it. You've given me a lot of game. Peace and blessings to everybody that joined the live. Make sure you wipe your feet up off the door, you know what I'm saying, when you come in the Pip's domain. Did I say it right?
You
I know it's a
did.
little
Nah, you got it. For sure.
wipe your feet up off
Appreciate you.
the door when you walk into a Pip's domain, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
Hell
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? No, no, I really, man, this just fired me up. You know what I'm saying? It just
For
fired me up
sure.
just having this dialogue for real. You know what I'm saying? And for those that don't know, I also have a platform, Ambassador Ron 16, and we talk about exactly what we're talking about here. So when you guys have the opportunity, also like, share, and subscribe, Ambassador Ron 16.
Indeed.
No doubt, no doubt. I'm gonna let you go, Freeze. I greatly appreciate you again.
Oh, for sure. As always, I appreciate you joining.
No doubt. Much love.
All right. Love. Yep.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that was cool. Cool dialogue right there, man. Yeah, man. But at this time, I'm going to give people what they want by popular demand. Actually, before I do that, let me do this real quick. Let me acknowledge people. Okay. Will Cash Grow. Good looking with the $2 holla. That Killer Freeze pick. You dig? Yeah, that's Killer Freeze from back in the day. You know what I mean? Killer. Rye, as always, good looking with the $50 50 holla. You dig? Honoring the game. Blessings, P. Appreciate you, Rye. Sin City 16. Good looking with the $5 holla. I recall when you and Clyde had a pimp off on 27th. You ever squash your differences? I ain't. I don't know if you said you're saying I ain't of Clyde at all. I don't know if you meant to say like you ain't heard from him or something like that. I don't know. But no, I haven't. I just haven't had any interactions with him. I haven't heard from him. I don't know what's going. It's like he done disappeared from my awareness. I don't know anything that's going on with him, and it's been that way for years. I don't know where he at, what he doing, but you know, yeah, he just doesn't exist in my world. But I ain't got no issues. But appreciate you. Carlos Enriquez, good looking with the $2 holla. No iPhone for me. What books do you recommend? One book I always recommend is the seven habits of highly effective people. You know, but beyond that, which that book is by Stephen R. Covey. But I recommend my favorite books are books from Stephen R. Covey, his son, which is Stephen M. R. Covey, and books by Simon Sinek as well. Palm, my brother, good looking with that $2 holla. One producer for your tape: Cardo, DJ Fresh, Alchemist, or Harry Fraud? Man, that's a cold question right there. I would love to do a tape with all of them. Like one tape with Cardo, one tape with DJ Fresh, one with Alchemist, one with Harry Fraud, and I kill every one of them. But if I had to just choose one, I can't really say, man. It's hard. But for me, nah, it's kind of hard, man. But if I only had to choose one, it would probably be between like was I'm more. I think what people more so want to hear from me, I put it like that, because I love all of them producers. But as far as what the masses would want to hear from me, I think it would be between Cardo and DJ Fresh. But it's like a coin toss. You know what I mean? But I love every last one of them. Like I could do a whole Alchemist album, a whole Harry Fraud, a whole DJ Fresh, a whole Cardo. You know what I mean? But as far as what people would want to hear from me, I think it would be between Cardo and DJ Fresh. That was a good question, bro. Good looking. Uncle Zell, good looking with the $2 holla. Iron sharpens iron. Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, tonight been good, man. But let me hydrate my game one time. If you have not wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now, which means to hit that like button, the button that looked like that thing right there. But now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. Come on. Cooperate with a pimp. Here we go. Oh, wait. No, this ain't the one. Hold on. This what y'all wanted to see, right?
Yo, ass pimping.
Yeah, man. Give y'all what you want, man. You've been asking for it, man. So here we go, man.
When I first ever mentioned your name, P, I wasn't talking shit about you, but hold on, I'm gonna cut you up first. I'm gonna cut you up.
Go ahead, do what you.
He put me in the live when they were talking about you, and I said, "Well, is his baby mama?"
Don't don't try to explain yourself, little nigga. Go ahead and call yourself chopping me up, white boy.
Okay, so nigga, now
don't try to stop trying to be cool with me. I don't want to be cool with you, white boy. Stop trying to be cool with me. You trying to make friends and shit like that. Trying to explain yourself, nigga. Stop trying to choose and get to the point, nigga.
I'm gonna let you talk.
Yeah, let the pimp talk, nigga. Yeah, get to the point, man. I ain't trying to hear no all that goofy shit. Get to the point and chop me, nigga.
Go ahead, ass boy, and listen at me talk to you.
All right, go ahead, white boy. Go ahead. Let's see. Make us laugh.
Check this out, nigga. You reaching with the white folk jokes, nigga. Them hoes sound cool, my nigga.
You is a white boy. How are you not? Excuse me, son. How are you not white? If your father's white, how you not white?
How I'm not black?
How are you not a white man?
You sound like
known
a damn
by your father's gene. You are white.
I'm not black.
You're white.
Nigga, my mama
your father. Every man is known by what his father is. Your father's a white man. I'm sorry, son. You have no business speaking against pedophilia. Your whole culture is white.
You're white. Hello, girl, my nigga.
Hey, do your thing, and that's another thing. A white guy from the South talking about fucking a little girl. That's funny, but go ahead.
That's you, nigga, you did that. I ain't do it. What you talking about? I ain't do it. What you mean, sinful? You did it, nigga. You the joke of the game right now, nigga. Not me. Not
man,
me.
This shit funny to me.
Then you talking about nigga down
here. You a white guy. Wait a minute, stop. You a white guy and you from the South. Wait a minute, you a white guy and you from the South and you talking against.
You don't never keep no hoe long enough. What I'm gonna cloud up on you folks, Simba? Ain't no hoe.
What are you talking about, boy? What are you talking about? All you doing is repeating what you heard, you little feminine ass white boy.
What I heard, nigga. Yo,
you don't know me. Hold on, wait a minute. How would you know and you never pimp with me? You don't know me.
I ain't never pimp with you, nigga. I ain't said I did.
You don't know me. And you're a white guy from wait a minute, stop. You're a white guy from Texas saying basically
this nigga talking about pointing jokes.
That you never met.
He steady on the motherfucking 8 Mile jokes with his lame man. You stud looking ass little nigga. You steady on
that. You think that I'm pretty, and it's okay that you think that I'm pretty. You think that I'm attractive? Go ahead and say that. Go ahead, white guy. We know that you're homosexual. We know that you got homosexuality in your culture. We know that you got homosexuality in your blood. Your daddy was white. Go ahead and let it out. Go ahead and let it out, son.
Cause you know them niggas gonna run you off on these damn sound blade, nigga. Ain't nobody going for that pedophilia or whatever the fuck it is that you got going on, nigga.
Then why you on the blade then, white boy? How you on the blade?
What you mean?
Grandfather and your great grandfather. You know what I mean? You got that in your genes. You're a white boy. What are you talking about?
That's cool, bro. That's cool. We talking about me.
No, we're not talking about nothing. We talking about you being a white boy trying to talk to the pimping like you a pimping, white boy. That don't make no sense. You from the South.
I'm talking.
Wait a minute. You from the South.
What you mean?
Excuse me. Stop. Sir. You're from the South and you're a white boy and you speaking against it don't make sense to me. That's the oxymoron.
Girl to go get that ID.
That's the oxymoron.
Just be real, Pete. Did you
take the girl to go get that ID?
Since you feel like I was popping it about that case you on, my nigga, did you take that little bitty ass girl to go get that ID or did she have a fake one? Cause I'm the one that cut it.
Do you have on your ID? On your ID, hold on. Since we talking about IDs, on your ID, does it say black or does it say white?
Dick in a 14-year-old nigga. How the
Do
fuck
it
you
say?
ain't know
Hold
that?
on. On your ID, does it say nigga or does it say hunky?
It say black. What the
No,
fuck
it
I
say
look
hunky.
like?
Stop lying.
What the
Stop
fuck I
lying,
look like?
hunky.
What the fuck I
Stop
look like?
lying,
Dark and
hunky.
white with my
Stop
black
lying,
ass.
hunky. Mac
Seeing I'm
hunky.
darker than you,
Mac
ugly
hunky.
ass boy.
Mac hunky.
I'm
Mac
darker than
hunky.
you.
Mac hunky. Mac hunky. What your ID say, Mac hunky?
Mac Dykey.
What your ID
Mac
say,
Dykey.
Mac hunky?
What year that
Mac
case
hunky.
was? I was
Mac
a
hunky.
young
What
ass
your
nigga.
ID say?
You
Your
already
ID
got
don't
about
say
8 years on
it
me.
don't say
You
black,
already
Mac
got 8
hunky.
years on me, so
Mac
it ain't
hunky,
no
you
excuse
lying.
you running that dick in that
You're lying.
14-year-old boy.
You're lying, Mac hunky. You're lying.
Now I'm a
Mac,
cookie.
look at you laughing. Look at you laughing at
Now
me calling your
I'm
own
black.
name. You're
You calling
smiling,
me a
boy.
cookie
You
now?
ready
Now
to
I'm black.
choose because you're talking
Now I'm
to your
black,
own
huh?
idol, boy.
Boy,
Look
your
at
whole
you. You
mindset
smiling.
twisted.
You sitting over there smiling, boy. You understand me?
I am
You
smiling,
even like
nigga.
this. You
Hey,
ain't never
you
even
felt
talking.
like I was
Look at you.
flying
This
up,
your
nigga.
first
You
time
flying up
talking
on
to a
me.
real
And let me
pimpin'. You
come at
happy.
this little white nigga. Let me come at this little white nigga to up my motherfucking game plan back so motherfuckers will start back talking to me cause Rooster hot than a bitch right now. Let me
You
start
not
talking
hot
about
at
this little
all.
nigga from
You
the
not
South
hot at
real
all,
quick.
sir.
Boy,
Why you
shut your
think?
ass
Wait a
up.
minute. Why you think that you hot? Because
Kurt
you
suit
went on the
wearing
white
ass nigga.
man's
You ain't rocking no
platform?
real shit,
Wait a
nigga.
minute.
I get on your
Stop. Let me
motherfucking
drop some
helmet right
game
now,
on you,
boy.
white boy. Hold
Hey,
on. Be
Simp.
quiet. Wait a
Hey,
minute.
Simp,
Grown
you
folks
fucked
talking
up
right
right now,
now.
nigga. I'm the
Why do
only
you
nigga
think that
that
you hot?
came and cut your
No.
motherfucking head up real
Answer
good,
me.
nigga.
No,
Boy,
nigga,
quit playing.
answer me right
Boy,
now.
quit
How do
playing.
you think
Boy,
that you hot? What did you do to be hot?
How you think you hot?
No. Answer my question,
How you
nigga.
think I'm clearing up on
How
you?
did
What
you
I'm gonna clear
become
up
hot?
on you for, Simple?
No,
What I
how
gotta
did
clear
you
up on
hot?
you for?
How are
Nigga, you
you
done
hot?
in the game.
No, answer
Simple.
my question.
How the
How
fuck
are
I'm gonna
you
clear
hot?
up on a nigga that got some shit
Because
on
you
his
went on a
back like
white
you?
man's platform and sounded a damn fool. You think
Hey,
that you hot?
hey, I'm not worried about no
You
platform. Hey,
misrepresented the game.
hold on, Simple.
Wait a
Simple,
minute,
hold on,
stop. Hold on,
I'm not
stop.
worried
You
about no platform,
misrepresented
nigga,
the
cause I'm
game
really
and you
pimping,
think
boy.
that you hot because you
I'm
went
not
on a
worried about
white
no
man's
platform, nigga,
platform
cause I'm
and
really pimping
embarrassed
out of this, nigga.
yourself?
You hear me?
You went on the
You hear
white
me, my
man's
nigga?
platform and embarrassed yourself, and so
Say
that's
you
why you think
platform
you
on.
hot?
So
Little
you
nigga, shut
platform
up.
trapping. You platform trapping.
Little nigga,
You
shut up. You
platform
not
trapping.
hot. You never
I'm
been
really
hot, nigga.
pimping, nigga. What is you
You think
doing?
you went on a what?
You
You because you
platform
went
trapping.
on
We ain't
soft like
podcasting
underbelly,
over here,
a
nigga.
white man's
We ain't
platform and made
podcasting
a
over
fool of
here, nigga.
yourself.
We really
Scary
trapping, boy.
Harry, boy, shut up.
We really
Talking about
trapping.
some you
Yeah,
hot.
Scary Harry.
How
Something
the
you
hell?
can't
How
come
the
to,
hell
nigga.
is you hot?
Something
You
you
not
can't
hot for
come
no
to.
motherfucking pimping, nigga. You
Something
sitting over
you
there.
can't
You
come
sitting
to.
over there campaigning to a
Nigga
bitch
say,
that's
hey,
about to die.
this for all my
You sitting
niggas
over
in
there
that game
campaigning,
for, nigga.
saying
I'm
your
telling
best
your
pimping
bitch ass
to a
back
bitch
up,
that's
nigga.
damn near
Cause
500
you
pounds,
look
nigga.
like
Nigga,
a
shut up.
stud. You look
Shut
like
up.
a
You're
stud.
definitely not hot.
And the young bitch was into your ass because you
Man,
look
knock
like a
that shit
stud,
off.
but
Hey,
she
man,
probably
I'd
like
rather
the
repeat
girl.
my history again, man, before I sit up there and
Man,
talk to
take the strap
ass
on out, nigga.
Bam
Talk to
Bam
me like a
Bigelow
pimp
bitch that
real
you was
quick.
campaigning with,
Young
man.
Dykey. Say,
Yeah, you
take the
was sitting
strap
over there
on out real
campaigning
quick,
at
young
that big
Dykey, and
ass
talk to me
bitch,
like a
man.
pimp.
Don't try to talk
Who?
to me about
Nigga,
no
I'm under
arrogant
your
ass
skin.
pimping, because if you was
Nigga, I'm under your
arrogant and
stud-looking
egotistical
ass
the way
skin,
you
nigga.
trying to portray right now, you would have never said nothing to that big ass bitch. So you need to humble yourself, little
Okay,
white
Cleo,
boy.
you set it out.
That's what you need to
Okay,
do.
Cleo.
Any nigga, that
Okay,
bitch look
Cleo.
like Beast from X-Men and you was still talking to the bitch. So miss me with the jokes, man. Miss me with the
What you
jokes,
mean, miss
man.
you with the jokes, nigga?
Man, miss me
You
with
the
the
one start
jokes,
popping
man.
jokes.
That
You
bitch
the
sitting
one
up,
start popping jokes.
that
Fat
bitch be
calf
going
muscle ass
live
little
eating
boy.
bacon.
Fat
Hey man,
ass
that
little
bitch
boy.
down
What
there
you talking
600
about?
pounds by the grace
Fat
of
pop
God
face
eating
ass
bacon
little
on
boy.
live.
What you
And you
mean,
still
nigga?
sitting over there getting at the bitch, man. And you a young nigga. I expect for an
Simple,
old nigga to do some shit
simple, you
like that.
still wear
You a
units,
young,
nigga. Shut
you
your
a
bitch
young
ass
nigga
up.
doing that goofy
Simple,
ball shit.
you
You
still wear
supposed,
top,
man, don't
you
miss
still
me
wear
with that
top and
shit. You
bottom
not no
sweatsuits,
fly
nigga.
nigga,
Quit
man.
playing.
You
Simple,
not
you
no
still wear
fly
top
nigga,
and
man.
bottom
You not no
sweatsuits. Quit
fly
playing. We
arrogant
really
nigga,
don't know
man.
that.
Talking to
Nigga,
that
quit
big
acting
ass
your
bitch,
age
man.
around this
You
bitch,
not
nigga,
no
and
young
change the
nigga, man.
time. We better
You
roll with
not
the
no
punches
fly
around this
arrogant
hoe,
ass
nigga.
nigga, man. Slow that shit down, boy. The white boy came out you. That's why
The
you want
white
that
boy
big ass.
came out.
That's
The
why
white
you
boy
wanted that
came
big
out.
ass bitch.
Stud is
Because because you got a fetish, nigga. Because you got a fetish. That's why you wanted that big ass bitch. Because that white boy came out you and you got a fetish for big bitch.
You so desperate, nigga. You so desperate.
That's why you wanted to sit up there and have that big ass bitch. Because you're a white boy that got a fetish for big ass bitches. That's why the fuck you wanted that fat, high cholesterol, low self-esteem, bacon eating motherfucker. You understand me live on Instagram eating that. That's why you wanted that bitch. Because you got low self-esteem, nigga.
Boy.
That's why you got a fetish. You got a fetish, boy. You got a fetish, boy.
I know you did, you big fat
got a
can of
fetish,
mayonnaise.
white
I
boy.
know you just
You
did.
got a fetish for big girls.
I know
and
you
you sound
just
like you got a fetish for studs too. I don't
Nigga, I got
blame
a
you.
fetish
You're a
for
white
big
boy.
grown
You
ass
got all
women, not
type of
little
weird
bitty
ass
skinny
shit in your
little bitty
jeans, boy.
girls. You hear me?
Shut your European ass up.
Nigga, you just mad 'cause my
European
baby
ass
mama's damn near
motherfucker trying
30.
to talk about some
You
goddamn
mad 'cause
pimping,
my
boy.
baby mama,
Boy,
you
be
mad
the
'cause my
fuck
baby
quiet.
mama's 30.
Boy,
My baby
be the
mama's
fuck
30,
quiet.
nigga.
Hey,
You
and you
mad 'cause
know
my
the
baby
cold
mama's
part?
30.
Hey, you know the cold part? The
You
big bitch
mad 'cause
said
you
that you
mad
didn't
'cause my
even
baby
ask for
mama's
the money.
30, nigga.
Hey, the big bitch said
You
that you didn't
mad
even
'cause my
ask for
baby
the money.
mama's is
You was
30.
just enjoying her company.
And yours may be
Hey, you were
21.
just
Quit
enjoying
playing.
her company, man. Hey, that big bitch was so entertaining to you. You didn't even ask for no money, you trick ass white boy. You was sitting over there
That nigga
enjoying the
ain't crazy.
conversation with that big ass
This
bitch.
nigga
You
here.
fetish having motherfucker.
Let's not make her famous
You fetish
amongst our
having ass
troops with
white
big
boy. You
platforms,
was sitting
buddy.
over there enjoying your fetish, you fat ass. You sitting over there enjoying your
Said you
fetish with
stuttering
that
and
bitch.
shit, nigga. You
You never
fucked up
asked
about
for
this
no
shit.
money, man.
Nigga, you fucked up
Hey, they
about this
showed
shit,
the
nigga.
DM. Hey, they showed that all of the
You
DM messages.
fucked up.
You never asked
Hey,
for no
nigga.
money, not one
Nigga, you
time.
fucked up.
You
Nigga,
never
I
asked
asked
for
her
no money,
verbally.
not
I
one
asked her verbally.
motherfucking
I'm
time,
not gonna
man.
do the shit you do simply Miss Pimpin text it to
A
the
big
Minnesota
bitch got
Miles
your
and send
time
me.
for free.
That's why you
Oh,
face everywhere,
miss
nigga,
me,
cause you be
man.
Miss Pimpin. You fuck
Hey,
up too
mix me,
much,
man.
nigga.
Hey, you let a Mark Henry looking
Players
ass
fuck
bitch
up.
get your time for free, man.
Studs fuck
Miss me
up.
with the arrogance, man.
Players
Miss
fuck
me
up.
with the arrogance,
Studs
man.
fuck up.
Yeah,
Me and
miss
you
me,
both
man.
done
A bitch
fucked
that's
up,
full of
nigga.
obesity, man, got your time for free, man. You didn't even ask for
This
the
nigga
money, man.
talk about,
What
he's
you
so
mean
mad.
that you
He
hot, little
talking about
nigga?
the big
What
bitch.
did you mean?
He
What you
said he
mean
talking
that you
about the
hot,
big
little
bitch.
nigga? What do you mean that you hot? You
You
hot
got
for
on the
what?
platform.
Talking to
Come
big
on the
bitches and
platform
not
shit.
breaking them?
What you mean you hot? Nigga, I'm
Come on,
pimping, nigga.
you didn't even
Nigga,
break
I'm
that
pimping.
big bitch. That big bitch
Nigga,
didn't
I'm
even send
pimping.
you a
Nigga, I'm
motherfucking
20
dime, nigga.
times cross country right now.
That
Nigga,
big
I'm
bitch got
pimping.
your time for free,
Nigga,
boy.
I'm
You
pimping
ought to
for
feel
it, nigga.
ashamed of yourself.
Nigga,
Hey
I'm
man, keep
pimping
this
for it.
pimping
What you
out your
doing?
mouth. Hey, keep
Podcasting
this
for it. You
pimping
better
out your
keep
mouth,
on
white boy.
podcasting for it,
Don't
nigga.
you
Your
ever say
time up,
pimping
nigga.
out your mouth ever again, you fetish
Hey, nigga,
motherfucker. Don't you ever say,
we pimping for it, nigga. You
don't you ever say
podcasting
pimping
for it.
no more. Don't you? I bet
You
not ever hear you say
podcasting for it.
pimping no more,
I'm
boy. You
pimping
got a
for it.
fetish and you're a white boy.
Nigga, shut up. Nigga, you got a fetish for little
You ain't no,
girls, nigga. I bet you still do it.
these bitches know you
I
ain't no
bet you
pimp, man.
still
They think
do
you
it.
a cute ass Mexican white boy
Nigga,
trick,
I
man.
swear, hey,
You
nigga,
ain't
I
no
promise you, nigga,
motherfucking
for
pimp.
bitch coming to that camp right,
Matt Conky,
I bet you ain't in Canada up there shaking our
Matt
D's.
Conky,
Fuck it,
Matt
I already
Conky,
got
calm
one
down,
on me
Matt Conky.
anyway. Shit, I'm pimping.
Calm down, Matt Conky. Calm down, Matt Conky. We know you
I go
talking to
down
your
black
idol.
again.
We know you
Hey,
sweating in
Cookie,
your
hey, down
motherfucking
here
time,
down South
Matt
P.
Conky.
Hey,
We know
down here
Matt
down
Conky. We
South
know
P.
Matt Conky. But the
Cookie
truth
is
is,
a
you was talking to
disrespectful
that big
racial
ass bitch,
term
and you did
when you
not
talking
ask
to
for
a
a
black.
dime, boy. You
So now
love
I'm
talking
black.
to that big ass bitch. You probably masturbated. You
Simple.
probably FaceTime the bitch and had a
Simple.
good
You
old
gay.
time with that big
Content.
ass bitch.
But you
You know what I
already
mean? All
included,
for
so it
free
don't matter.
too. You didn't even bring. The big bitch said that she choosy. The big bitch said that she choosy. She stood up there and
Why is
stunted
you
on that
steady
little ass shit
talking
that you
about
called
why is you
pimping.
steady
She didn't
talking
even want
about
to
the
select your
hoe?
pimping, man.
Why is you not talking about me?
That
Keep
big bitch
talking
said
about me.
she
This
got
a
options.
topic, boy. This a
That big bitch
topic.
said that she got options,
This
man.
a topic. You laugh at your own joke. Boy, you ugly in the hoe for that.
Hey man, that big
You
bitch
laugh at
said
your
that she
own
got
joke. Boy, you
options,
ugly in the
man.
bitch for that,
Hey man,
sin.
that big bitch said she
Like, look
got
out,
options, man.
sin.
I would have
Look
never
out,
let no
sin,
big
with the
bitch
nice
sit up
face
there and
grin.
say
You
that she
laugh
got
at your own
motherfucking
joke for that
options
shit.
with me, man. Hey man,
That
you
nigga
not
here
no
seeing
fly ass young
crazy.
nigga, man. Hey man, you
Sin.
a phony, you a fake, and you a
Sin.
trick, and you a white boy, and you got
Sin.
a
You
fetish,
laughed at
man.
that
You know
bullshit
what I mean?
ass
That
joke.
black,
You wanna
that
fuck
black
that big
bitch knew
old
you
hoe.
was a sucker, and that's why that
Sin.
fat bitch
I
treated you
like
like the
big
sucker that
girls.
you is, boy.
Sin. I like big girls. And you
Don't
like
call my
little
name.
girls.
Don't call my name, nigga. This ain't Destiny's
You
Child.
like,
Say my
hey,
name,
you
little
like
nigga.
little girls,
Don't say
and I
my name
like
no
fat
more,
girls.
Trent.
Quit playing,
Don't say my
boy.
name no more, white boy. That big
Don't
fat
say my
black bitch
name no
treated you
more,
like the
young
sucker
stud.
that you is.
Hey, man, I
That
gotta
big
let a
ass
stud.
black bitch treated you like the
See, real
sucker that
talk.
you is,
Somebody
boy.
said, Rooster, you'll let a
He
stud
sat up there
serve
and
you.
talked to you. You
Man, if
sitting
it's
up there
simple,
talking about some
the
you
bitch
hot.
can serve
You
me.
evidently you couldn't have been that motherfucking
A
hot.
nigga
That fat ass bitch got your time for motherfucking free, and you didn't even ask for the money. Look at you, you don't even know what the fuck to say. You don't even know what the fuck to say, nigga. Stop rolling your eyes, nigga. You talking to pimping. You talking to pimping right now, nigga. Stop rolling your motherfucking eyes when you talking to pimping right now, white boy.
I'm trying to keep it pimping.
You talking to pimping right now, white boy. What you doing? What you doing, white boy? What you doing, white boy?
What you mean?
Hey, that big black bitch put up all the messages, man. They sitting over there having a good ass time. They sitting over there like girlfriends, like wifeys. They've been wifeys for 10 years and shit. This nigga ain't asked for a motherfucking dime, and he got the nerve to say pimping out of his mouth. Man, be quiet, man.
You ain't got a bitch in your camp.
Hey, man, you friends with them hoes, man. Hey, you friends with these hoes, man. Hey, man, you friends with these hoes, man. Hey, white guys has always been friends with these hoes, man. You friendly with these hoes,
So
man.
I
These
don't know
hoes
why you
don't know you
tripping on
to
me.
be no pimping, nigga.
I'm
You a
friends with
friend.
thugs.
You a friend of a hoe, nigga. Shut
I'm
up.
friends with thugs,
Nigga,
too.
shut up,
I'm
nigga. You
friends. So
friendly
why
with
you
big
ain't trying to
bitches
be
that
my
don't even
friend and
want to pay
respect the
you, nigga.
pimping?
That's what you and Smooth Luke got
Big
in
ass,
common. Smooth Luke was happy
man, you
that
big
bitches
ass
was even
butch.
talking about paying him, and you just happy to be talking to a fat
You
ass
big
bitch.
ass
Hey, man, you white
butch.
guys is funny, man. Hey,
You
you
big
white
ass.
guys is
Hey,
comical,
you
man,
big
about this
ass
pimping,
butch.
man. Hey, man, you white guys is
Keep
comical, man.
pimping.
I don't
Keep
like y'all
pimping.
style of pimping,
Hey,
man.
nigga,
Y'all
get
be happy
pimping.
about bitches sitting over there
Get pimping,
talking
see
about
it?
paying you. You be
See it,
happy
get
about a
pimping.
fat ass bitch sitting over there talking to
Hey,
you.
hey,
What I look like
hey,
arguing with a motherfucking
West
white
Side of
boy talking
Chicago
about
look like
get
they
pimping,
just checked
and he
in.
didn't
Ain't
even
that your
ask the
people?
black bitch for some money,
Hey,
man.
Chirac,
Hey,
y'all
hey,
fuck
hey,
with this
hey,
boy?
hey, hey,
Hell
that big ass
no.
bitch spent $200 every day at Burger King, and she didn't give you $1, man. How you feel, man? Hey, that
This
bitch
ain't
be
gas
sitting
you no
over there.
money, nigga.
Hey, man, that big ass bitch be spending the whole trap. You understand me? At motherfucking Old Country Buffet, man, and she didn't
Goddamn
give you a
studs can go
dime, man.
hard. Hey, I thought I could
She
chop
didn't
back.
give you a
Nigga,
dime,
stop
man. You
laughing
ought to
at this
feel
bullshit
ashamed of
ass
yourself,
jokes you
man.
saying.
Hey,
That shit
man,
is
that bitch
dookie.
sitting over there
That
spending
shit is
hundreds of
dookie, like
dollars
the
on
nigga that
food every
tapped in
day.
on Freeze earlier. Quit saying them
That
dookie
bitch
ass
said I'd
jokes,
rather pay
boy.
McDonald's than pay McConkey.
Hey,
That bitch said
man,
I'd rather pay Burger King than pay McConkey. That bitch sit
1995
up there and
top
say, man,
ass
I'd
nigga.
rather give
I
White
wrote the
Castles the
paper
money,
soda
you know what I mean, than
sound like
McConkey,
my
man.
mama and them
Hey, man, the
when
bitch
they
chose the
graduated in
restaurant over
89,
you,
boy.
man. Hey, man, the
Shut your
bitch
dumb
chose the
ass up,
steak over
nigga.
you, man.
Hey,
The bitch chose the
I'm
cheeseburger
listening.
over you, man. Yeah. The bitch chose the
Man, that
tacos
shit
over you, man.
suck.
Yeah. The bitch chose
Sinful.
the bacon over you, man. That's what she
Sinful.
chose, little
That
nigga.
shit
That's
suck.
what she
Boy, you
chose.
showing your age. Quit showing your age around this hoe, boy. You suck. You can't come to my division with them. Big fat ass. Shut your big fat
Hey,
ass
that's
up,
what that
man.
big bitch
Sit
did.
back over
That's
there
what that
with
big
that
bitch did.
motherfucking
That
walk
big
side
bitch was
do
eating a
rag you be
bucket of
wearing.
fries with
Quit
cheese on
playing,
it, just
nigga.
laughing like, man, I just talked to that pimp that's hot as hell from soft white belly, underbelly. He talked to me for free. I ain't had to give up a dime.
That nigga done motherfucker say, nigga, your platform, I ain't even gonna hate on you, nigga. Your
Hey, man,
platform
you
already
can't hate
cool,
on
nigga.
me,
Why
man.
you keep coming for
Shut
mine?
up,
I
man.
don't even
The
give a
best
damn
thing for
about
you to do,
mine.
man, is be quiet, man.
I
The
don't even
best
see
thing for you
why.
to be quiet, man, is
Hey,
be
nigga, you
quiet, man.
mad? You
The bitch
mad cause
chose
your big
bacon
ass
over your
wanna fuck?
pimping,
You
man.
mad cause
Hey,
your
man,
big
that
ass
bitch
wanted
chose
that big
french
hoe
fries
before
over
I
your
did?
pimping, man.
You
Hey,
mad
the
cause
bitch went
you
to
mad cause your
McDonald's.
big ass
Hey,
wanted
matter of
that
fact,
big hoe before
instead
I
of paying
did?
your pimping, that bitch went to KFC, man, and said, give me a bucket full of skin. Don't even give me
See
the
it.
meat. Just give me a
See it.
bucket full of the
Shut your
skin.
slew footed standing ass up, bro. Your bitch ass. Hey,
The bitch went to
sin,
the bitch went to KFC, man.
sin,
She said, give me 2 buckets full of skin.
sin. How
No
much you
meat.
weigh today? Sin, how much you weigh today? Sin, how
Hey
much you
man,
weigh today?
the bitch
How
in
much
there,
you
she
weigh
said,
today,
give me,
sin?
they said, ma'am, we don't serve buckets
Hey,
with skin on it. She said, listen, I didn't pay Mac Brewster. I
that
talked to him
shit
for hella
suck.
hours. So I got
I'ma
enough
let
money, man.
y'all
You know what
listen
I
to
mean?
this shit.
I
I'ma
didn't
let
sit up
y'all
there
hear
and
this
give him
weak ass
one
shit
dime,
he
man. You
said.
know what I mean? So I got the money. I got the money to pay for it. They said,
Hey,
ma'am, we usually don't give buckets of skin. You know what I mean? But due to the fact that you talked to
this
Mac
nigga
Brewster
suck.
and he didn't break you one time, we know you can afford it. Hey, man, they gave that bitch buckets of
You
skin,
suck.
original KFC skin, man. And that bitch sat on FaceTime with you and ate
This
the
nigga
motherfucking
whack.
KFC skin right in front of your face.
Are y'all
And you
listening
still
to
didn't
this
ask the
nigga?
bitch for no money, man.
Are y'all listening? I got this nigga so fucked
Ah,
up right now.
hey,
This nigga
man.
here. Hey, I'm on this
Put it in
nigga
your
helmet.
obituary, nigga. You
This
just
nigga,
got
hey,
chopped up by
anybody who
Simple the
think
P.
that shit
You just
funny
got chopped
is
up by
weak
Simple the
with
P.
this
Another one
nigga.
bites the dust. Another one
I
bites
didn't
the
get
dust. He
chopped
said
up.
he was
Shit, I'm
hot.
still
He
here.
said he was
I'm
hot. He
still
said he was
here.
hot. He
I'm
said he
still
was
here,
hot.
Maggie.
I asked him
I'm
what he was
still
hot
here, you
for.
fat
The nigga never
dyke.
said that he
I'm
was hot
still
for
here.
pimping.
I'm
He
still
never
here,
said that
Maggie.
he was hot
I'm
for
still
pimping.
here,
I
Maggie.
asked the nigga, I
I'm
said, man,
still here,
what is you
Maggie.
hot for, man? The nigga said, man, I went to Mark's platform, man. I went to the white guy's
Come
platform, man.
on, man. Quit
Nigga, you
laughing
ought to be
like that,
quiet, man.
boy.
Hey, man, they didn't tell you
We
about
sitting
me.
in the
Hey,
same
man, they didn't
classroom
tell
all
you
day.
about
We
me.
was in
They
12th
didn't
grade,
tell you
nigga.
about that
Let's
nigga from
learn how to
Chicago.
talk.
They
A
didn't
bitch
tell you
a hoe
about that
swag
arrogant
from
ass
another
nigga
nigga.
from Chicago,
Say,
man. They didn't tell you about Sinful the P, that I'm a
they
motherfucker.
did tell
They didn't
me. I
tell you,
kept
man, that
telling you
young
that,
God
nigga.
sent nigga.
They
They didn't
told
tell you
me
about me.
the
Then you
nigga
should have
from the
known that you
shy,
was no match for
the
me, white
nigga
boy.
from the
You
shy
should have known
that
that you
fucked
was
the little
no mess
girl.
with me, white boy. I'm too much
And
for
some people still
I'm
respect
too
that
much
shit.
for you. I'm too much
The
for you,
nigga
man.
from Chicago
I'm too much
that
for you,
fucked the
man.
little bitty
I'm too
girl.
much for you, man.
You not too much for me. You not enough for me, nigga.
Hey, man,
The big
I'm
bitch
too
that you
much
want,
for you, man.
the big bitch that
I'm
you
just
want
too much for
for
you, man. You
nigga.
stumbling over your words, man. You don't even know what you
been
gonna say
telling
next,
corny
man.
ass jokes.
You know what I
You been
mean? Hey,
telling
man,
corny
go
ass
get a
jokes for the
veteran pimp or
past
something,
5
man.
minutes.
You know, get somebody that know how to sit up there, man, and talk to a veteran, man. Hey, man, get this little chicken dinner out of here,
I ain't
man.
taking your
Get this
veteran status
white
from
boy
you.
out
Only
of
thing
here.
taking that veteran status
Get
from
this
you
white
fucking
boy
that little
out of here,
girl.
man.
Nah, he can't
Hey,
get me
get
out of the
this
freeze.
white
You better
boy
not
out of
take
here,
me
man.
out
Get
till I
this
got
trick
something
out of
for
here,
him.
man. Get this client
You
out of
better
here,
not
man.
take me out.
Get this
You better
guy out
not
of here,
take me
man.
out, freeze.
This
I
guy
got
got a
something
fetish, man.
for him.
Hey, get the fetish
I
guy
got
out of here. Get
something
Mac
for
Fetish out
him.
of here. Mac Fetish. Mac
Hey,
Fetish. Mac Fetish. Be gone, Mac
boy,
Fetish. Mac
you
Fetish.
done? Can
Mac
I get
Fetish.
my turn?
Mac Fetish.
Can I get
Mac
my turn?
Fetish.
Look at all these dick suckers. Look at all these dick suckers that you got in the
Hey,
comments.
hey, 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 Mac Fetish,
Hey,
man.
if
Hey,
y'all
Mac
make that nigga
Fetish.
win
Mac Fetish. Hey,
fatality
when that
on
big
me,
bitch,
you
hey, when
niggas
that
be
big
slow as
bitch,
these
when
his
that big
foots
bitch
up there
said,
in
you
Canada
know what I
that he
mean?
got
I'm
that
not
he
gonna fuck
holding
with him.
hostage, nigga.
I'm not gonna fuck
This
with him.
boy
She
ain't the
jumped her
pimping.
ass right on
This nigga
Instagram
not the pimping.
and
He
she
coming for
spilled
me.
the
He
beans on
coming
you.
for me.
So
So
what is
all
you
these
hot for?
Instagram hoes
Is you hot for
can
not breaking
probably go over
hoes?
there and see what he
You
talking
hot
about.
for
Now, that
sitting
nigga
over there
cut
talking
Rooster
to
up.
fat bitches and
He,
not breaking them?
he
What are you
did it.
hot for?
He
You hot
did
for
it.
sitting over there getting on the white man's platform and saying
Sinful.
words that was
No, nigga,
less
I'm
than
hot for
6
some pimping
letters?
because then, hey,
What are you
I'm hot
hot
for some
for,
pimping,
boy?
nigga, because then nobody
What
ever
are you
tell me to
hot
go up there
for?
and do it.
You look ignorant, you
Who
sound
the
ignorant, you
who
sound
reached out?
stupid.
Who reached out
You
to Fat
another
Rooster for
riddling
some
ass
pimping
baby
around
that's
these
talking
hoes?
that you pimping,
Who
and
reached
these
out?
bitches are stupid
Who
enough to
reached
pay
out?
your dumb ass.
Nigga, I ain't gonna
You,
ask Mark, can I
nigga,
be
you
on that
barely can
shit, nigga?
spell your name on the
I ain't
smartphone.
gonna
You
ask Mark,
another
can I be
dumbass
on that
nigga
shit,
claiming you
nigga?
pimping. Shut up, white boy. Don't say
Shut
another
up, dyke
motherfucking
boy.
word. You get in pocket, white boy.
You's a
I don't
stud. You get
respect
in
white boy.
pocket,
I
stud.
don't
Like I
respect
said,
white
if
guys
you
as
want one of
pimping.
these hoes that's
I
been
don't
on my
respect
dick and you
Europeans as
gotta
pimping.
serve me for one of
I
these
don't
hoes,
respect Europeans
I'm
as
gonna
pimping, man.
respect the stud when he
I don't,
serve me.
man. I
I'm
don't,
gonna
man. Hey,
respect the
hey, man.
strap on dick when he
Stop
serve
giving
me,
me
nigga.
compliments, man. Stop telling me that I'm pretty on the low, man. Hey, you high
You
keep
is
telling me I'm
pretty.
pretty, man.
You
Hey,
is
you high
pretty.
keep telling me the pretty.
You
You
is
high keep
pretty. I'm
telling the
glad
pimpin'
you
that he
skipped that.
pretty, man.
Hey,
Hey, man, stop
hey,
telling me
wait,
that I'm
hey, when
pretty,
you go
man.
to the
I'm getting
penitentiary,
offended,
you is
man.
pretty, nigga.
I'm
I'm
feeling
glad you skipped that
disrespected, man.
unit,
Stop
nigga.
calling me
I'm
pretty,
glad
man.
you skipped that
Stop
unit because
choosing
it
up,
wouldn't have
man.
been no
Hey,
more
man,
pimping when you pop lock,
it's
nigga. What you
230
mean?
people watching, man. Hey, man, stop choosing me in front of these hoes, man. The answer is no, man. You can't choose me, Mac
This
Fetish.
nigga here wagging
Mac
the bitch.
Fetish,
The
you can't
answer is
choose
no,
me,
man.
man.
The
You trying
answer
to
is no,
choose
man.
me in
You
front of these
sound more like
people,
a
man.
white man than
The
I
answer
do.
is no, man.
You sound
You
more like a
cannot
white man
choose
than
me,
I do.
man. You know
You
what I mean?
sound
You
more like a
can't
white
choose
man
me,
than I
Mac
do.
Fetish. Mac Fetish, the
Fat
answer
cheek
is
ass
no.
boy, them big
You
ass
won't be
cheeks on your
choosing me,
dog.
Mac Fetish. The answer is no. You know what I
Answer is
mean?
no to what?
Look at these niggas. They like, man, Rooster my dog, but he getting chopped up. Yeah, y'all get y'all friend, man. Help your little
Nah,
friend out,
nigga.
man. Text him some jokes,
He
man.
say
He
it's
don't know
our
what to say,
friend.
man. I
Man,
think he
I'm the
just smoked
pimping,
some.
man.
I think he just sit up there and
I'm here
drunk some
for it.
syrup or something,
I'm here
man.
for it. Chop some up. What else you
I
got on him
think I
besides the
think
big
I
bitch
think
not
he ain't
paying?
had some syrup or maybe he
Hey,
ain't had
y'all.
some drugs or
Hey,
something,
y'all.
man. You know what I mean? To ever think that he
Versus
can
the
sit up there and go
pedophile. Who
back with
winning?
simple to people. Hey man,
White
be
boy versus
quiet,
the
man.
pedophile.
Hey,
Who
what I
winning? You
tell
got
you
the
about
big
that?
girl
Hey
on me.
man,
What
your
I got
father's
on
a
you?
white man.
What
Your
I got
father's a
on
white
you?
man. Any guy that's a white
What
man,
I
he
got
shouldn't
on
be
you?
speaking. The white man shouldn't be speaking against
What I
pedophilia.
got on you?
The white man is not against pedophilia. Stop it, man.
Who ain't?
History shows that the white man is a pedophile. You can't speak against pedophilia. You're a white boy. You look crazy speaking against
Seeing
pedophilia.
all you
Your
got is the
great
white boy
grandfather,
jokes. All I got is the
your great
pedophile
great
jokes. Where we
grandfather,
at next?
you come from the
Where we at
nutsacks of
next? Where
you
we
come
at
from the
next?
nutsacks of pedophiles. How dare you sit up there and speak against pedophilia when your
So
granddaddy
you
and your
making it
great
all
grand
right that you fuck
and
little
your great
girls?
great
You making
granddaddy
it
and
all
your
right that
great
you
great
fuck little girls?
granddaddy,
You come,
all your whole
but say
history.
Rooster, you mix with white folks.
You
You should
come
give me
from
a
a family
pass.
in chronological order
Rooster, you
of
mix with white folks.
pedophiles
You
and
should give me
tricks,
a
man.
pass, P.
Knock
You
that
should make
shit
it
off.
okay for me fucking these little bitty ass girls.
Knock
Rooster,
that
you mix
shit
with
off,
white. Why
man.
you against me,
Stop
Rooster? And you
that shit.
mix with
And now
white?
you
Cause
getting
I want to go
emotional.
fuck
I
little
got you
girls.
right where I want you, man. I got got you just like that big
You ain't
bitch
got me
ass.
right where I want to. You ain't
Hey
finna
man, I
run no
got
dick
you
in
all.
me.
Hey man, I'm
Ain't no
like
telling
Elvis,
what you
man. I
got
got
going
you
on,
all
Michael
shook up,
Jackson.
man. Hey, I got you
Hey,
just like that big
you ain't
bitch
got
ass.
me
Man.
nowhere.
I
You ain't
got
got
your
me
time
nowhere,
for free,
old
man.
ass nigga, cause
But
you
the
ain't
big
finna
bitch
run no
got more
dick in
time
me.
out you, man. You know?
Ain't no telling what you like. Ain't no telling what you like.
Hey, but we
Nigga, that
know what
crazy.
you like.
Talk about you
But
got me
we know,
right. You know, hell no, you got me up there
we
in
know
that
what
house
you
locked
like.
in, nigga.
Hey,
You
we
better
know
not
what
have
you
me
like.
locked up in that goddamn
You like to
Canadian
talk.
house
You like to talk to big bitches for free.
up there playing
That's your
hockey and shit.
fetish. That's your
Up there
fetish.
watching hockey and shit.
You like to sit up there and watch a
You
big
watch
bitch
hockey, you
eat
keep talking
bacon
about
right
these
in
white
front of
boys
your
knowing
face
damn
and
well
not
you be
send you
catching
no
every
money.
hockey game around that
That's
motherfucker.
what you into. You keep talking about white boys. You keep talking about white boys knowing damn well
nigga,
you
it's
been
Sunday,
watching
nigga.
Mighty Ducks
Hey,
for
matter
about
of fact,
2-3 years
forget
now.
hey, youngster. Hey, forget that these people here right now. Lift your hands up right now, man. It's Sunday,
Tell
man.
Free,
Get
cut the
your life to
comments off.
God.
I'm listening.
Come on,
You
hey,
the
white
one
boy,
worried
get
about
your
what's
life to
down there. You
God,
got to
man.
cloud up on me.
Hey, man, come on,
Cloud
man.
up.
Hey,
Get your
it's Sunday,
platform
man. It's
going.
time to give your life to God, man. Hey,
Get your
this pimping ain't
platform
working out,
going.
man. Hey, big bitches is getting arrogant on you,
Give my
man. Hey,
life
man, it's
to
time to give your
God.
life to God, man. Hey,
Give
man,
my
this
life
pimping
to
ain't
God.
working out for
Okay,
you.
Catholic priest, I'm ready.
Hey, Mac Fetish. Hey,
Priest,
Mac
I'm
Fetish,
ready.
Mac Fetish,
Okay,
Mac Fetish.
Catholic priest,
This
I'm ready.
game ain't working.
Okay,
Hands right
Catholic
now.
priest,
Give your
I'm
life
ready.
to God.
I'm ready to give this shit
Give
over.
your life to
I'm ready
God.
to hand this. Okay,
Hold
Catholic priest, I'm
on.
ready.
Give
The
your
one that
life to
touches the
God.
boys in
Say,
green. I'm
Lord.
ready.
Say,
I'm
hold
ready.
on. Say, lift your hands, man.
I'm ready.
Lift your hands. Hold on. Lift
I'm
your
ready.
hands. Say,
I'm
Lord,
finna bow
deliver me
mine.
from
I'm
this
finna bow
fetish.
mine. This
No,
Catholic priest is
for real.
finna preach to me.
Ask that. Ask God to deliver
Hey,
you from that
hey,
fetish,
hey, hey,
boy.
hey,
Hey, man. Ask God to do something for you, man. You know what I mean? Oh, did he pause? Did he pause? Oh, man. He might be giving his life to God right now, man. You know what I mean? I freeze, shut his screen off, man. That nigga sitting over there, you understand me,
Smiley.
and laughing his ass off,
Smiley.
man. But that's his little nigga, so he don't want to laugh in the young nigga's face, man.
Fat cheek
You know what I
bones.
mean?
Fat cheek
But
bones.
yeah, man,
Fat cheek
you
bones.
need to
Where you go?
repent, man. You know? Oh man, knock that shit off, man. Hey, Smooth Lou, you not even worthy, man. I done killed all of the white guys. All of the white guys that profess to be pimps, man. I damn near done killed them all. Y'all know I don't respect white guys as pimps, man. You know what I mean? Smooth Lou, I hope we still cool, baby. I still want to go to your restaurant, man. I still want to be able to come to the 7-Elevens, man, up in that motherfucking Miami, man. Don't hold that roasting against me. Don't hold that roasting against me, Smooth Lou. You know what I mean? Don't do that to me, man. I know I chopped you up. I know you was feeling bad and shit. Hey, man, but when I come back to that 305, man, hey, man, let a pimp come up in them 7-Elevens, man. Let me come to your pizza restaurant, man. You know what I mean? They told me you got some masticholi. Your spaghetti is right. You know what I mean? Don't hold that against the pimpin', man, because I chopped you up, man. Let me come to them restaurants. You dig? You know what I mean? Hey, man, if you motherfuckers don't love me, man, I love my goddamn self, man. I'm Simple to P. Hey, if this is your first time, you know what I mean, hearing Simple to P, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Simple to P. In case you didn't know, I'm Simple to P. You know? But I'm gonna let Freeze, man, take over, man. Damn, boy, I didn't even want to kill that white boy. I told the little young white boy, man, go and play somewhere. You know what I mean? I told him, man, I ain't want to do that to that white boy, man. But it is what it is, man. I hope y'all live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. I'm gone, man. Y'all stay blessed. I'm out.
Man, I had to mute my I had to mute my microphone because I don't want to be laughing all over the video, man. But that shit was ridiculously funny. When bro told him that the bitch chose bacon over his pimping and she chose French fries over his pimping, man, that shit had me dying. Let me see something, man. Hold on. Give me just a second. Man, bro was a fool. This shit. Hold on. What is this one? Let me see. Hold on.
What came from effective, but boy, if you can hear the roasting, the spirit of roasting was all up on me when I seen your child. I just can't say nothing because I don't roast kids. But when I say the spirit of roasting, You know, supposing. And Cash, you look a motherfucking fool too. I don't know why you think, you know what I mean, that you looking cute and everything. Bitch, you be looking dusty.
Hold on.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay, I found another classic for y'all. But hold on. It's a different version of it. Let me see. Give me just a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me do this right quick. Let me do this right quick before we continue. Cool Watts. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but basically K Watts, good looking with the $2 holler on Cash App. You dig? Appreciate you. But let me I got another classic for y'all, man. Oh.
Matter of fact, tell me what's your number?
Okay, hold on. This is another classic. Sinful to P and Tommy Sotomayor. Boy. Bro was a fool for this one. Here we go. Hey, listen, if you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man. Here we go.
Matter of fact, Tommy, what's your number? You could be the first one to call in. Why niggas talking about some he's in here, P? I see him. That's why I said he could be the first one to call in. You know, I see that he in here. Blessings to Tommy, but he could call in. You on a man show with 600 saying another man with 3K. What is the number? I'm gonna give you the number right now. Hold on. And what is this? What is this shit about with 3K followers and all that? I wouldn't give a damn if I had 20 followers by the grace of God. I'm somebody in real life though. The fuck?
Please subscribe to TNJ Radio
That's
Show.
the number. 702-800-9473. Don't nobody call me right now. Let Tommy be the first caller. 702-800-9473. That's the number, Tommy. It's pinned right there. Don't nobody else call in. Right, Dre. They YouTube niggas. Come on, man. I'm not about to sit up there and put my business all out there, but man, y'all already know what lifestyle. Even before I came here to Canada, even before I came to Mississauga, you seen me in Scottsdale. You seen the things that I've done. You know what my lifestyle is. Like, y'all in this YouTube world. Oh man, he got 3K people looking at him. I gotta honor him and value what he's saying. Nigga, no. Hold on.
Going out bad. He a failure. I said, so you're on a person's channel.
Mm-hmm.
Who that you said?
Go ahead. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right, cool. What's going on? First off, I want to address something that you said.
Go ahead.
I addressed the person who said, Tommy going out bad. He a failure. I said, so you're on a person's channel who at this current moment has 600 people watching them live. I will have 3,000. So if I'm a failure at doing this, then what would you call the person who has less than me? That would make sense, wouldn't it? That would be like somebody for having a 4-bedroom house standing in a person's house who has 1 bedroom. That's a silly argument. I don't know these people, and they're making dumbass arguments, saying things like that.
Okay, but I didn't make that statement.
And I didn't say it to you. I said it back to that person, right?
Yeah, but you said something. If you notice, you said, I want to address something that you said. That's what you said in the beginning.
No. I want to address something that was said. Okay. You said something about it during the show. You said it and then tried to come at me. I don't give a damn if I got 20. I'm still somebody. I was talking to the person.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking.
Dissing you. They're dissing you.
Yeah, but
they're dissing you. If they say I'm a failure, then by logic, it would be like saying Kwame Brown's a failure for being the #1 draft pick, making only averaging 6 points a game. And you're saying it in front of a person who was the #1 draft pick and he only averaged 3 points a game. It's a weird argument.
Well, it would be a weird argument for me because I wasn't the one that created it, and nor did I see it in the comment section. The moment that you was even called crispy, I told them to delete that immediately. So
no, I showed you part of it. You responded to it on
that. I don't think that you're a failure, not at all. I think that actually you're emotional. I think that you emotionally reacted today. And I think that you could have presided over this situation a lot better than you did. That's what I think.
Hold on. Well, first off, a lot of people can say a lot of things about how someone reacted, how they made all those videos about you being someone underage. Everyone can react different. I would have reacted to that completely different.
Right.
So when someone says you're emotional, you were emotional then.
Okay, well, let me.
In response to what you were saying.
I'm going to wait till you finish so I can respond.
Well, I was just saying, by that logic, you're emotional then. For someone to tell a black man that apparently he ain't supposed to be emotional, off of emotions. I don't like the fact that y'all keep mischaracterizing, and I hate that crap. My show's there for a reason. If you ain't gonna watch it, don't speak on it. Yo, Tommy's mad because he ain't giving him his credit. I literally said in my video what it was. So y'all just making up videos and talking about things that aren't true. He told me he was going to do something. My whole video was about a man of integrity. If I told you I'm going to call into this show, or if I told you, hell, hey man, I'm gonna hook up with you on Wednesday, and say you told people, hey, Tommy gonna come on the show on Wednesday.
Right.
If I don't know, but I'm on somebody else's show, how would you feel about it? I told you I'm gonna do it as a man of integrity.
Well, I mean, that wasn't my argument. It's not so much of what I would feel.
That was my argument.
Hold on.
My argument.
I listen.
That's what my show was about. Hold
on. I listen to you. Let me speak. That's not my argument. I'm saying that you just could have presided over that situation differently. I wasn't telling you that you shouldn't have feelings or an emotion towards it, but to allow it to govern you to the point where you went live about it when that's something that you could have handled over the phone. Hold on.
Do you know ID?
And to go back to that situation, even with the minor, I wasn't on the internet in my feelings. I don't know where you got that from.
Well, what did you said that could have been handled differently? How did I handle it?
The way that you handled it was you went to the internet about it.
You said I could have reached out.
We wouldn't have.
Hold on.
Let me say this. So hold on. Let me say this. Wait a minute. Let me say this. The only reason why we're talking about it now is because you ran to the internet.
No. Well, whenever you ran to the internet. But okay, but
I wouldn't have been able to know about.
You ran to the
Tommy. I wouldn't even know about the discord between you, Tommy. I wouldn't even known about the discord between you and him if you had never went to the internet.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. Here's the difference. You won't agree that by logic of what you're saying, yes, I ran to the internet with my business. You then, within seconds, ran to the internet with two.
I was reaping off the benefits of you being a god queen. You know what I mean? What about a man's business?
Different when you're doing it. Well, I made more money than you. I'm talking about my own situation.
Of course, you made more money about your situation.
Exactly.
It's your situation.
Act like what you did was business and what I did wasn't.
No, but see, but this is the thing. See, you're in a trick world. In your world, you know what I mean? It's the whole money thing. Nigga, I had money before I came to YouTube.
I had money before I came to YouTube. I don't know why you're trying to sell something to me.
But you're trying to bring something to me, but you was nothing in the streets in comparison to me. So we're two different guys. We two different people.
And try to act like I was try to down
yes, you did.
Else. I don't know what you did.
Yes, you did.
I just know you up in Canada.
No, I just know that you.
You did.
No, I just know that you sit up. Hold on.
You don't know what I was in the street.
Hold on.
I guarantee you come to these.
Hold on. If I guarantee you this, I guarantee you that you wouldn't say this face to face. I guarantee you that you would have the same energy that you had when you got punched in your face at that motherfucking event. That's what I know. I know you wouldn't be hollering and screaming up in my face. I know that you comfortable in your little house, you know what I mean, saying what you said over the phone. But face to face, you wouldn't have that same energy. You would be just like an in-pocket bitch in my presence. That's what the fuck you would be. And we was face to face, you would be in pocket like the perfect little bottom bitch, the way that you was at Sonetta's event when you got your ass punched in the motherfucking mouth and you spoke in the language of silence. You humbled your motherfucking self. And not only did you do that, you didn't want to sit up there and fight. You sit up there and jumped on the motherfucking phone and called the police with your white clef, someone please call 911 ass. That's what the fuck happened to you. So stop trying to talk to me like you a thug or you a gangster or you with the shit, because you don't have one street bone in your trick ass body. You are a trick to me. You are a motherfucking enemy against your own goddamn message. You understand? You gonna talk all of that shit about black women and then sit up there and trick on the same motherfucking thoughts, you understand me, that you talk about. So sit your motherfucking ass down. And you want to speak on minors, nigga, what motherfucking nigga sit up there and come in the room with a towel on, you understand me, in front of his fucking daughter? Nigga, you created a lot of the drama that even comes your fucking way. You understand me? So nigga, don't be sitting over here trying to sit up there and over scream me and over talk me. I sit up there and gave your motherfucking sissified ass a chance to sit up there and speak your peace of mind. But when you sit up there and went left field, now I gotta rebuke your motherfucking trick ass. Nigga, stop it. If we was face to face, you wouldn't be doing none of that. And you know that. Had to. But nigga, try to sit up there and bring that slick shit and bring up the motherfucking case and all of that when you sitting up here taking towels off and shit, you know what I mean, in front of your daughter. Nigga, go live, nigga, you fucking YouTuber. You know what I mean? Nigga is a fucking YouTuber. You understand me? Went to the internet about the shit. That's what my argument was. It wasn't about, you know, the child shit. That just let me know that you was in your feelings. I like that. I like that. So please, by all means, run to the internet, make a video, have 6,000 people watching you. But when it all came down to it, when it was time to mentally respond, you emotionally reacted like a bitch and you ran your ass to YouTube. You know what I mean? You mad and upset. You know what I mean? That Kevin Samuels is sitting over there hot and you not. You know what I mean? You like a motherfucking old ass thought used to be popular in high school, but now it's a new big booty bitch in school, and now you just jealous. You and your fucking feelings. Take your motherfucking ass to that soft ass platform. You understand me? And go cry about it, bitch. Cry about that shit. Hold on. Bad logic. I got 3,000 people, you know what I mean, watching me, and you only got, you know what I mean, 600. See, that's some YouTube shit. I'm having a conversation with you, you know what I mean, like a man. That's some YouTube shit. You know what I mean? Why did you even sit up there, you know what I mean, and bring that up? That's some YouTube. I got 3,000. I got 3,000, you know what I mean? People watching me and you only got 600. Nigga, I wouldn't give a fuck if I only had 6 people and it was all family members. Nigga, you still called in. You understand me? You still went off, you know what I mean? Like a bitch basically that's mad because you ain't get your child support. They denied you child support. You came up in here crying. All right, man, let's go. Yeah, he about to make 500 videos. Niggas talking about change it up. Nigga, you must thought I was solo TV, nigga, or one of these motherfucking YouTubers or something, nigga. You know in my face you wouldn't have did all of that. Nigga, we seen how you handle business, nigga, in person. Nigga, you get hit in your mouth, nigga, and you call the police, nigga. All of that screaming and shit. The nerve. All right, let's go. Let's take some motherfucking call. The nerve. Just talking crazy. Just got saucy on the phone.
Oh man. Bro said he was jealous of Kevin Samuels like a bitch that used to be hot in high school, but a new big booty bitch come to the school and she ain't popping no more. Oh man, bro was a fool. People be forgetting about that time he roasted the shit out of Tommy ass. But anybody who know bro knows that he really, in all actuality, he went light on Tommy. He went easy on Tommy. On that one. Hold on, which one is this? Hold up, which one is this?
What's going on here? Right, I did. Would you like to ask me, brother? Keep on going and going and going. In the Bible, because you like to mix the two like they belong together. Can you find me somebody like you in the Bible? There are plenty of individuals like.
This is a good one too. Hold on. We're gonna do one more before we get up out of here, man. Once again, if you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. Hit that like button. We're going to go ahead and go back to one more sinful classic before we go. One that's short and sweet, you dig?
What's going on, Eric? Right, I did. Hello.
Yeah, this is Michael again, brother.
What would you like to ask me, brother? Because right now you trolling.
Yeah, no, I'm not trolling, man. My bad, brother. That was this phone. That's a terrible phone I'm using right here.
Okay.
My other phone's on charger. So anyway, the question about the game, all right, is what you call the game in the Bible, because you like to mix the two like they belong together. Can you find me somebody like you in the Bible?
There are plenty of individuals like myself that were in the Word of God. The Apostle Paul, prior to accepting salvation, he was a murderer. He was the chief of sinners. This is an individual that, you know, his objective was to kill the saints of God. So any and everything that you could think of, you know, Paul was that. So, and I can keep on going and going and going in the Word if you want me to keep elaborating. But we have a lot of individuals, King Manasseh, you know what I mean? We can go on and on and on. King Nephew Nephnezzar. We had a lot of individuals in the Word of God who were living lifestyles that were contrary to the Word, but yet and still, you know, God basically got the win in the latter end. So
you're saying that Paul never stopped what he was doing before he was, you know, before he had his conversion? Because I'm asking that because you keep doing what you say that you're delivered from. And ain't no pimping nowhere in the Bible or the commandment. To me, you're a faker. Okay. To me, you're a clown.
Right.
Straight up.
Okay.
To me, you are a low-ass Negro that abuses our women, and you take God's name and wipe it on that. But I'm telling you, you ain't in the Bible, G.
Right. Well, this is what I will say to you. You have never done anything in your existence to even be worthy of an opinion pertaining to me. Matter of fact, could you shut your background down so I can talk to you?
Okay, go ahead, brother. I want you to get in that Bible, though. I don't want you to just sit here and babble. I want you to get your ass in the Bible, as you put the Bible in your mouth, but you're full of hell and sin with no repentance.
Well, let me say this. If you're gonna talk about
get in the book.
If you're gonna talk
get
about
in the Bible. Get in the Bible. Get in the Bible. Get in the Bible. Not your mouth. Get in the Bible.
I'm being very respectful to you. In a minute, I'm about to hang up.
You gotta be respectful. You ain't gotta be respectful. Okay. You weren't respectful at first, and your life is disrespectful. Your life is disrespect to black people. Your life is disrespect to God.
Okay.
Get in the Bible or put the Bible down. Open it up. Tell me where you at in the Bible.
Okay.
Tell me where pimps are in the Bible. Tell me where pimp with no repentance in the Bible.
Okay. So this what we gonna do. When has it ever been a time when I said that I was saved?
You act like it. You got God.
No. And since you decided to go there now, and you trying to be a nigga with a nigga that's king of niggas. First of all, you religious bitch ass nigga, for calling in, using the word of God, and then you saying profanity out your mouth. First of all, mark ass nigga, if you was in the presence of me, you wouldn't even talk like that to me. So don't try to be no motherfucking gangster over no goddamn phone. That's the first motherfucking thing you do. Second of all, motherfucker, if you died right now, you would even go to a motherfucking eternal scholarship in the same place that I would go to. So why in the hell would you waste time out your dumbass existence saying a sentence to a motherfucker, you understand me, that's as sinful just as you? You not even living a righteous life your goddamn self. So why did you take time to sit up there and call a motherfucker that know the word of God better than every pastor that you've ever even motherfucking heard? What you need to do, bitch, is sit up there and have, you understand me, a spirit of humility. Because a greater than Solomon is here. Motherfucker, you being blessed to talk to simple to P. The gifts and callings of God are without repentance. No, I'm not saved. No, I'm not living for God. I never professed salvation, you dumb fuck. I never said that I was living for God. You dumb fuck. I sat up there and told everybody that I was backslidden. So, before you bring your Sebastian gay ass all up in my motherfucking phone and shit, shashan and shit all on my motherfucking phone like you a baby mama and you missing child support, bitch. Check your motherfucking self because checks get bounced over here. Like I said, you wouldn't even say that shit in my motherfucking face. You just a religious coward, a religious homosexual that's going to hell for all them homosexual acts that you perform and your motherfucking dumbass existence. You don't worry about this motherfucking pimping. God loves me, and he might not even have the same love pertaining to you, bitch. So while you sitting over here trying to give me some exhortation, like the scripture says, you better save yourself from this untoward generation. And you better examine and see if you be in the motherfucking faith before you sit up there and try to bring something to me. You understand? You don't have no word for me. You haven't sought God. God haven't anointed your mouth to say something to me. Boy, I'm anointed to preach and teach the word of God. You ain't never sit up there, you understand me, and done anything in your life to be able to judge me. Nigga, you can die right now and 20 motherfuckers wouldn't even show up to your funeral. How dare you sit up there and call my motherfucking line acting as if you done something in your life to say something that's simple to P. Bitch, shut up. How dare, and you probably rolling your eyes right now. And nigga, I rebuke that motherfucking spirit right now, bitch. Stop rolling your eyes over the goddamn phone. I see your motherfucking ass over the phone, rolling your eyes and shit. The word of God says, since we gonna go in the Bible, bitch, let's go in there. 1 Corinthians 6:9-10, it talk about the effeminate spirit and use an effeminate ass nigga. And you gonna bust hell wide open, bitch. You understand me? Matter of fact, that's what you're going to hell for. You're going to hell for having that wop. You understand me? How you a motherfucking man of God and you got that WAP ass nigga? Nigga was mad as hell because he wasn't in the WAP video and gonna call in acting like you got a message for the messenger. You better humble your motherfucking self, bitch. You high cholesterol, low self-esteem motherfucker. How dare you sit up there and call in and try to get a self-righteous spirit talking about where, and that's just like a faggot. That's just like a religious faggot. Where are you in the Bible? Where are you in the Bible? Bitch, where's you in the Bible? Where's your mama and your grandmother in the motherfucking Bible? None of them motherfuckers ain't in there either, bitch. What are you talking about? You understand me? Don't you ever, nigga, I'm from the city of Chicago, the city of the roasters. Don't you ever in your weak-ass existence call my motherfucking phone ever again, bitch, and say any motherfucking thing, am I in the Bible? Yes, nigga, I'm pimping all the way from Genesis to Revelations, nigga. I'm all in the Bible, nigga. Go to the book of Acts, the 8th chapter. It's an evangelist by the name of Philip. He's preaching and teaching. Nigga, that's me. That's who I was named after. You dumb fuck. You nigga gonna Why you get me started this morning? Nigga gonna sit up there and call in like he has something for me. Bitch, you better get your mind right. Let me get off this phone, man. Show me you in the Bible. Show me you in the Bible. Show me you in the Bible. Nigga, you all in the Bible. When it sit up there and it talked about man should not lie with a man, for it is an abomination to God, it was talking to your gay ass. Oh, gay ass. Oh, gay ass nigga gonna sit up there and call, Show me where it's in the Bible. All right, moving on. Hello? Hello?
How you doing, brother? You still on the air? You mad or you okay?
Oh my God, man, this nigga, matter of fact, let me, hold on. I don't really want to talk to dude. I really don't. You know, I really don't, man. Yeah, I don't want to. He just gonna mess up the vibe. I'm cool on dude. I'm cool with dude, man. You know, he trying to redeem himself. Bitch, you can't redeem yourself, bitch. I've already exposed you. We know that you be playing that tambourine, little mama. We know that you got a little mama spirit, bitch. We know that you the best tambourine player at that storefront church that you go to, bitch. We know that you play that tambourine better than your mama. We know that you a Karen Clark Shear fan, nigga. We know that you a Vanessa Bell Armstrong motherfucking fan, nigga. We know that you can sing like Kim Burrell better than Kim Burrell, nigga. We know these things. Stop playing. We know that you on the praise. You the director of the praise dance team, nigga. We know this. Nigga trying to redeem himself. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I'm going to leave it open for him. Now, if his bitch ass call one more time, I'm going to sit up there and give it to him. The line is open. So yeah, bitch, you can sit up there and call back if you want to and get one of the coldest verbal crucifixions of your life, bitch. Go ahead and call. This time I'm not gonna, I'm gonna let you go ahead, you know what I mean, and go ahead and talk. You know? Yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead and call back in. You more than welcome to call back in. You got availability right now. I'm gonna give you some time. Hold on, this number ain't coming up. Hold on. What's going on, Miss Thang?
Hello?
Who is this?
Man, this is the righteous brother.
Right. I want you to sit up there. You understand me? That's what I want you to do, bitch. I want you to tell about that time, you understand me, when the pastor told you to come up and repent for your homosexual ways. That's what I want you to sit up there and speak on. Since you calling up in here to check up on me and shit like that, that's what I want to sit up there and speak on right now. No, you're not about to roll your motherfucking eyes and talk to me, bitch. You gonna sit up there and repent for your homosexual ways right now. No, bitch.
Just like I can't be a pimp and a man of God at the same time, you can't be no man and be a virtuous woman at the same time. You male Jezebel ass nigga. You can't be a motherfucking tambourine player and a Clark Sisters fan and suck dick all throughout the week and speaking the tongue as Casper the Friendly Ghost give you utterance, bitch. You know what I mean? You can't do this all at the same time, bitch. You want to be a woman of God so much. You know what I mean? And stop quoting that scripture, bitch. Stop telling niggas that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Bitch, you ain't that good thing, ho. What you mean, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, as if the Bible was referring to you, bitch? The Bible wasn't talking about you. And matter of fact, bitch, why you talking? The word of God said in Corinthians, let the women learn in silence. Bitch, why is you talking when this pimping is talking? You a bitch, you supposed to be silent right now. You supposed to be modest. You supposed to be chaste. You supposed to be a sanctified woman. This ain't the way that a woman of God conduct herself. You all out of order right now. You all out of order right now, bitch. No. The word of God said that all whoremongers shall be in the lake of fire. Matter of fact, Revelations 21:8. The fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable, the murderers, the whoremongers, and all liars shall have their part in the lake of fire, which burneth with fire and brimstone. And your motherfucking tambourine playing ass gonna be there too. And that's another motherfucking thing. You know what I mean? Why you gotta sit up there and dance with the praise dancers? Most of the praise dancers is like 7 and 9 years old. Why is you dancing with them little girls at your church, dude? Something is wrong with you. Why you want to be on the praise team so bad, bitch? Why do you want to do that so bad? You know what I mean? And all the little niggas, see, you were so abnormal coming up in school, the teacher asked them who you want to be when you grow up. All the little kids want to be gangsters. Everybody want to be young pimps. Everybody want to be politicians and the president and shit like that. You talking about you want to be CC Winans. Why the fuck would you want to be CC? See, we knew that you was a predestined homosexual when you was a little boy. You know what I mean? What little nigga say that he want to be like CC Winans? I mean, she a woman of God and everything, but that ain't nobody that you should want to be like. You know what I mean? You fucked up in the head, dude. For real. You know what I mean? And that's like I keep telling you, you cannot be a man and be a virtuous woman at the same time. Bitch, you going to have to make up your mind. The scripture says that a double-minded woman is unstable in all her ways, bitch. You got to get your mind right. You undecided and misguided ass bitch. You better go to Google and search for that motherfucking mind and get your mind right. You know what I mean? And then that's the cold thing. You could have been anything in your motherfucking life, but you want to be a church sissy. You want to be a damn church sissy. You don't even, I got more respect for the RuPaul motherfuckers. You want to be a church sissy. You know all the gospel songs and shit like that. I already know you be critiquing everybody. You be like, I'll turn that off. I don't like his riffs. You one of them, I don't like his riffs ass nigga. You know what I mean? I don't like, you so motherfucking gay, you talking about some, I don't like the texture of his voice. I don't like the texture of his voice. You just gated him. Oh, he hung up. Come on, man. I'm from the southeast side of Chicago, nigga. We do this. Nigga gonna call in and try to, you know what I mean? No, don't hang up, bitch. Call back. I wasn't through with you. No. Call back in, Madam C.J. Walker. Hold on. Is this Matty Moss Clark?
What's going on now?
Oh, okay, damn. What's going on?
Goodness. Whew, man. That was funny as hell, bro. I don't like the texture of his voice. Turn that off. Oh man, bro, stupid. You one of them I don't like the texture of your voice ass niggas. All the kids in school want to be gangsters and all this stuff. And you the only little boy that when you grow up you want to be CC. to be CC Winans. Man, bro was crazy. Something was wrong with bro, man. Whew, that was funny. Man, that's why I said whenever I watch these videos on here, man, I had to mute my microphone because I'm dying laughing the whole time. Whew. That was funny. That was a good one. I ain't heard that one in a long time. I forgot all about that one. But that was funny. Bro got some hilarious call-ins, man. I don't even know where all of them is at. He got different call-ins scattered around the internet. This hilarious, man. Tambourine ass nigga Sharif, you stupid. He said, I respect the RuPaul ones better. Why you want to be a church sissy? Oh my goodness. But man, we'll mess around and be here for days listening to and laughing at Sinful to P, because that's just how much funny ass material bro got. But we gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so before you get up out of here, man. Hold on. Whew, that was funny. Dead Press say do a compilation of all his roasts. Man, you know how long that compilation will be? I could do it. But man, that should be so damn long. It won't even make no damn sense. Too funny though. But it sounds like Sister Patterson. Oh man. Yeah, bro was too funny. Like dangerously funny. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. As always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in with a pimp. I appreciate y'all for all the comments, shares, questions, input, jokes, feedback, all that good stuff. I appreciate you for subscribing and hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate the super chats, the cash apps, the PayPals. I appreciate your support in every which way that you comes with it, man. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. Freeze is it. If you out in traffic moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out.